This is your 60-second countdown.
Just swept away. Yeah! Got it straight through.
And that is beautifully done.
Very good off the bat.
Cut away. Oh my goodness!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's game time.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Bears TV for a big one. It's Derby Day in the Vitality Blast and it's the Birmingham Bears hosting the Worcestershire Rapids. It's Bears versus Pears in the Blast right here at EdgBLASTon. We're going to bring you every ball of this match and we are very excited. Me and my fantastic team that we have today. What a lineup we have for you today. My name is Atif Nawaz. Alongside me a couple of Warwickshire legends and just brilliant chaps that I'm very pleased to be chatting to and hanging out with tonight. We've got Ricardo Flash Gordon. How are you, Ricardo?
Good evening, Atif. I'm very excited for what this game's going to bring today. So
it is really exciting.
Scorching outside and hopefully a scorching game on the park.
Yeah, for sure, but nicely air-conditioned in here. Then that's crucial. We've also got OH Dizzle, Mr. Ollie Dolby, who's here as well. How are you,
I'm
Ollie?
very good, thank you. It's very nice to be here. As Flash said, it's a glorious night out there, so hopefully it's going to be a good game as well.
Well, we're really pleased you're here with us. Everybody except for the person who had to reframe our setup because you're here as well. Also on stats, we have the Maestro, the Badger in the den, the one and only Aaron Viles. How are you, Aaron?
Yeah, very good, Atif. Good evening, everyone. And yeah, this is the big one, isn't it, in the calendar for the Bears. It's Derby Day here at EdgBLASTon. The sun is shining. It's glorious out there. And let's hope that we get a game of cricket which lives up to the hype, because when the Bears and the Rapids usually face off against one another, you're guaranteed fireworks. So let's wait and see what this one has in store for us.
Yeah, there's lots to talk about before the game gets underway in in a little over 15 minutes' time. I can tell you that the toss has taken place and the Birmingham Bears won that toss and opted to field first. Bowl first. I'm sorry, Andy Zoltzman, if you're watching. Not field first, bowl first. Okay, he hates that. He's like, nobody opts to field. They bowl. So anyway, they're going to be bowling first, so the Worcestershire Rapids are going to be batting very, very soon. We'll get into some stuff about the team and everything first. But before that, my dear colleague, Adam Bridge, who's going to be on commentary a little bit later, he told me something about today. Today's a very special day, Recorder. Do you know this? Do you know why it's a special day? Not just because it's Derby Day, but it's also a certain person's birthday. It's Ollie Haddon Dolby's birthday. Here we go, everybody. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dizzle. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, guys.
3
That
cheers.
beautiful.
Hip hip hooray.
That was
Hip hip
beautiful.
hooray. Hip hip hooray. I did them quickly, sorry. But listen, thank you so much for spending your birthday with us, man.
Listen, there's no place I'd rather be than in you guys' fine company. So
Oh.
thanks for having me.
I thought you were going to
Thanks for
EdgBLASTon
having me.
with us. Genuinely quite moving.
No, thank
well,
you.
obviously, it's a pleasure to have you, and I know you're going to enjoy this because I'm going to show you the team for today for our Birmingham Bears. It is a very, very exciting team. It's a team that we have big expectations for, and there's some subplots afoot as well in today's match. There's uncle versus nephew. There's so much coming up, and we'll get into all of this as well. But first and foremost, let's take a look at our Bears team for today. So, opening the batting for the Birmingham Bears will be Alex Davies. He was our virtue, our Talbot's Law player of the match in the previous game, so it was really good to have him up here in the studio. And he's going to be opening the batting with here we go, just keeping everybody guessing, with Tom Latham, who's going to be alongside him as well today in that lineup. And it is a very exciting opening partnership. There he is, Moeen Ali, who's playing the role of uncle today, because his nephew's going to be lining up for the opposition. More on that a little bit later. Sam Hain in at number 4. Double thumbs up from him, which reminds me, thumbs up to this video on YouTube, please. Dan Mosley in at number 5. He's all about thinking. He's all about the brain. That's what he's pointing to, the brain. He's using that all the time. Ed Barnard, he's having a good old season at the moment as well. And Ed Barnard, and then we're going to have Kai Smith, big darts guy.
Yeah,
he likes
yeah,
his darts.
Apparently so.
He likes it. George Garton also got to hang out with him the day Hassan Ali took his hat trick. We had George Garton come up here in the studio and share some insights from the team, and Danny Briggs as well. There's bleeds bear. I don't know if you can bleed bear, but he sort of does. Hassan Ali, the overseas, who, as we mentioned, took a 6-for-1 hat trick just a couple of weeks ago. Not bad going at all. Jake Lintott is rounding out that 11. So it's a very strong 11 for the Bears. Ollie, I mean, you look at that lineup and you think it's reasonable to have big expectations.
Yeah, geez, I mean, they bat deep, don't they? Jake Lintott coming in at number 11 is a very, very good batter. I think he averages something like 40 in first-class cricket. So he's a good batter to be coming at 11s. We bat deep. We've got lots of bowling options there. I think it's rare that everyone's going to bowl 4 overs in a T20 game. So we've got lots and lots of options, lots of bases covered. So yeah, it'll be exciting to see how that works out tonight on this used hybrid pitch. It's the same pitch that we played against Notts, so we should know what it's going to do. We should have a little advantage over Worcester there, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
And a short boundary one side as well. Let's take a little look at the Worcestershire team as well, and then we'll get Aaron to tell us about some players we should be looking out for. Well, I mean, it's a good lineup there. They had the exact same season as the Bears. Again, I'll let Aaron go into more detail about that. But the name that I'm looking at is Isaac Mohammed, who's opening the batting. He is Moeen Ali's nephew. So you might even get a situation where if Moeen opened the bowling today, he could be we could have Uncle opening the bowling against nephew.
I mean, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it.
I don't know if that's ever happened before in the Blast.
Yeah, has that happened before in first-class cricket? Well, right,
I don't know. Well, if there's one man who knows.
Answers on a postcard, please.
Maybe brother versus brother with the Overton boys.
Yeah, well, definitely, yeah, but no, maybe not. I mean, Aaron, tell us a little bit more about A, who we should be looking out for, and B, as far as you know, has that ever happened before?
Well, I'll try and fan that out over the course of the broadcast, gents. But in terms of my 2 to watch out for, we've already mentioned Isaac Mohammed scored 32 from 15 on debut against Durham at New Road midweek and hit Matthew Potts, an England international, for 19 runs in an over. Also scored 3 sixes in that innings. And then, of course, the other one is Adam Hose, a man who Warwickshire and Bears fans will know very well. Spent many a season at this venue, and I think a lot of Bears fans will remember that century that he scored against the Rapids very, very fondly indeed. So for me, I'm going with those 2. I'm going quite bat heavy for tonight. I said there'd be fireworks, so I'm going Isaac Mohammed up the top of the order, and then Adam Hose, the man who has been the Rapids' leading run scorer in the T20 Blast so far.
There we go. A couple of names to look out for there for sure. And a big crowd as well, Ricardo. 10,000 plus people are going to be here tonight, Friday night, here at the Blast. That's a big turnout on Derby Day. It's what we like to see.
Yeah, that's what it brings, doesn't it? Derby Day helps that the sun is absolutely cracking out there. So exciting night for all the crowd that's coming in tonight to watch this game. I expect the Hollies to be absolutely heaving by the end of the night. I know we're talking about all the batters to watch out for, but Worcester playing some good cricket, got some good fast bowlers. Duffy, you'll watch out for him. Dorcius, smooth operators, quite experienced as well. So those could be 2 bowlers there we've got to look out for when we get the chase on.
Smooth operator. It's a great... you're absolutely right. I mean, they've had a very similar season to the Bears because they've had exactly the same run of results, actually. And we can take a look at the table, in fact, and it will show us what I mean. Like, so right there we see the Bears sort of mid-table, played 7 and won 3 and lost 4. Worcestershire Rapids, exactly the same. Played 7, won 3, lost 4. Both teams on 12 points and a chance to just move up those tables a little bit, OHT.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's pretty convoluted there, isn't it? Everyone's pretty tight about the bottom 2, maybe. So yeah, it's a nice opportunity for the Bears or Worcester tonight to sort of jump up that table a little bit and get up to a few more higher points. But yeah, it should be a great fixture. It's always exciting, Bears versus Pairs. There are various storylines on either side. Let's not forget Ed Barnard is a Worcester player. Ethan Brooks, we haven't mentioned yet. He's a fine young, he's an academy graduate from Warwickshire, and he's having a really, really good season. I think he's just been rewarded with a 3-year deal at Worcester, so well done to Brooks. He's a top young man and a fine pro, and it's really nice to see him go on to bigger and better things and doing really well at Worcester. And yes, of course, recently Isaac Mohammed left the Bears. He's gone to Worcester to try and get a bit more cricket, and lo and behold, he's playing T20 cricket almost straight away into his Worcester career, and it'll be really, really interesting to see whether he gets to face up against his uncle, who I'm sure right now is in the changing rooms telling all the Warwickshire players or the Bears players how to get him out, which is quite a strange thing for an uncle to be doing against.
How to get him out in the back garden.
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly.
But it's Derby Day. I mean, this is the excitement of it, right? It's Derby Day. It's not just here at EdgBLASTon. There's multiple derbies happening across the country today as well, and we'll try and keep you up to date with all the scores of those as well. But we like to have a little bit of fun with our derbies. So if you're in EdgBLASTon today, if you're watching this in one of the concourses in the stadium where this footage is playing out right now, if you head to the club shop right now, you could pick up this snazzy hoodie that Ricordo's wearing. At the front, there's just an innocuous picture of a bear. Would you mind turning around and just showing what's on the back of this hoodie, Ricordo? There we go. It's a bear eating a pear. So derive from that what you will. I just think it's just what bears do. There we go, right? That's what bears do.
That's cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Quite cozy as well, guys.
Yeah,
it's very cozy, oversized. So
yeah, and look, thank God it's aircon in here, because if you're wearing that outside right now,
no, not a chance.
Well, you can pick that up at the club shop if you so wish as well. It's going to be a wonderful atmosphere. We've already seen sort of a mini sort of mascot obstacle course. I still couldn't decipher what all of the mascots were and what have you. But it's an occasion, and OHD. I mean, in these kind of games, right? When you know there's a sense of occasion, like as a player, like in the Blast, you'll inevitably play some games in front of small crowds. That's just the way it works. But every now and again, there's a game where there's 10,000 people. There's a lot riding on it. You know, you're sort of mid-table. Yep. It's a crucial game to win for you to have sort of quarter-final hopes. What does that do to you, sort of mentally as a player?
Yeah, I mean, these are the games you want to play as a professional sports person, regardless of a cricketer. Big crowds, Friday night, a lot of atmosphere, a lot on it. We always want to beat Worcester, regardless of the format. But yeah. It's going to go a long way to hopefully qualifying for that quarter final that gets you to even bigger day that we all want to be involved in. You know, it's a shame that in the last 5-6 years we've not been involved in a finals day, especially when it's hosted here at EdgBLASTon. We all see what a brilliant day it is and how good a job the club do at putting on an awesome finals day. We all want to get to finals day. We all want to be there. You know, Danny Briggs is leaving this year, I've heard. So to send him off in style and get to a finals day and hopefully win the trophy is what it's all about. But yeah, it all starts with days like today, dealing with that pressure, dealing with a big crowd, thinking I'm going to be the person today who wins this game and takes that spectacular catch or takes that wicket that wins the game. These are the days you want to play as a cricketer. So I'm a bit gutted. I'm sat up here with you.
It's your birthday. You should relax. You should relax and hang out with us in an air-conditioned room and let those guys sweat it out.
You've done your bit.
Well, there's plenty of Blast action still to come, of course, this season as well. Ricordo, let's talk a little bit about Hassan Ali. The last time I was here at Bears TV, I watched him take a six-for and a hat-trick. It was quite astounding that happened, and and he just brings such wonderful energy to the club as well. But he's so motivated, and again, I know cricketers travel the world and they're all motivated. I'm not suggesting that, but he's really somebody who's so heavily invested in the club that he's with, the work that he's putting into every single ball he bowls. He's so he's trying to make it the best ball he's ever bowled before. Like, that's got to be something it's got to be a huge positive for the club.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'll probably tell you a bit more about how he is probably off the pitch, but as you can see on the pitch, he brings everything to every ball that he bowls. He gives everything to the team once he's out there. A day like this, he will absolutely thrive off the energy from the crowd. You probably see him later on getting the crowd going, and then that way he really then gets really more involved in the game. We see when he celebrates, the crowd will go wild if he does that. What he does, the
chainsaw celebration.
The chainsaw, the double chainsaw, whatever it is that he calls it, or the Sui, as the kids know, the Cristiano Ronaldo celebration. But it's immense when you have that sort of experience. You can see a lot of times this year it's been Old Davis's go-to guy when he needs a wicket, or at the back end when he wants to close the game out. So it'll be exciting to see him operate tonight. Like we said, sun's out, crowd's large. and it's a great night for a big showman like Hassan Ali.
It is. There's a big crowd. We're taking a look at it as well. Lots of seats being filled up in this beautiful stadium here at EdgBLASTon. Lots of people looking forward to some exciting action. The Test cricket is done for the day. The Test is over. So now everybody can enjoy some T20 madness. Ollie, you're in the dressing room with him all the time, and you're kind of training with him and all that kind of stuff. I saw the video that they posted of Hassan when he came back after Pakistan's recent international series.
Yeah.
He came for you straight away, didn't he?
Oh, he's a good man. He's a lovely, lovely man, Hassan. We get on really, really well. I really enjoy his company, and as you've said, he just brings passion. He loves the game, and for whatever reason, he seems to love this club, and he loves coming back here to EdgBLASTon. We've had some great times with him on the field. Hopefully, plenty of more to come. Hopefully, we can win a bit of silverware with Hass this year. But yeah, his infection for cricket, but also his love for this club is really, really brilliant. So he's a great man to be around.
Yeah, there we go. Lots of fans ready to enjoy this game. Look at that crowd. People enjoying some snacks, enjoying some beverages. If you're in the area, come and join us. Come and grab yourself a ticket. There's still plenty about, and come and take in what will be an excellent, excellent evening's entertainment. Right, I can see the countdown on the big screen, which actually counts down to the moments where the players come onto the field. I can see flags being waved. Look at that. Look at that bucket hat. That's a strong look. I like that.
I know him.
Yeah, do you?
I do know him.
I think I saw him at New Street Station a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and the crowd, just showing pictures of the crowd there. Earlier on, there was a picture
old school
of the,
fan. Look at that.
Of the Ali family in the crowd there. So
nice.
They're here in their numbers here to watch the showdown.
I wonder who they're supporting. I bet nobody's wearing any shirts. Neutral colours. Neutral colours, Ali family.
Well, I did see Omar Ali there in his all black, so yeah, neutral.
He's
the mums and the wives there.
Why didn't you wear any cricket kits? Like, black is slimming. It's slimming. Looks nice. Right, gentlemen, give us your thoughts. There we go. The fireworks are going off here.
There we go.
Look at those fireworks go. That's what you need on a hot day like today. Right, I'm going to make way for Adam Bridge and Ollie and Dolby. Your thoughts on what a good start here for the Bears would be? What would they like to do, particularly in this power play phase? And then to take you through the first part of commentary, it's going to be Adam Bridge.
Well, we saw this pitch against Nottingham the last week. It's very, very flat surface. It's a hybrid cricket pitch. Gary and his team have done a fantastic job as ever. Both teams scored 200 in the last game, and I think both teams could probably scored a few more, if I'm honest. I think probably 220 was about par. It has been used a few more times. It's then the women played on it earlier and scored again 170, which says it's still a good pitch. The bowlers have had a bit of a say with Gary the groundsman, and the boundaries have been pushed back a little bit since last week in that Notts game. But I'd still be expecting this to be a good surface, and somewhere par, I would say, will be in around the 190, 185 region. We have got a slight delay, I would say, here, because as brilliant as those fireworks were, there's slight smoke issues for a few lads on the boundary, so they're going to have to wait a little bit until the smoke clears. But it looks like George Garton is going to be bowling the first ball of the game against Ishaq Mohammed. We are not quite getting the Mo Ali Ishaq Mohammed showdown that we want, but Ishaq's going to be facing the first ball. Very young man. We're playing his second first team game, and down at the other end is Kashif Ali, who's a fine right-handed batter.
Yeah, it's a young combination to open up here for the Rapids. That blue and yellow smoke just about looks like it's dissipated completely, and we are ready to go. And it's George starting from the city end for
the
a change.
city end.
Yeah, usually comes in from the pavilion to start us off, but having a dart from the city end today. George very much bowls that first ball, doesn't he? And the first over. And that's going to be a wide to get us underway. Two umpires in charge today are Steve O'Shaughnessy and Russell Warren as well.
Steve O'Shaughnessy, a proud Lancastrian, but let's not hold that against him.
I was going to say, you won't hold that against him at all, will you?
No, he's a good man. He's a good man, is Shawnee. To be honest, all the umpires are quite a lovely people, if I'm honest. So.
And the fielder's outside the ropes. We've got one at deep square leg.
Deep square leg and a fine third man, or even call it a deep backward point. As Gartz comes in again.
Crowd filling up nicely, sun shining. This is how you spend a Friday night, isn't it? Especially when it's your birthday.
Exactly. Fish and chips in the stands. What more could you want?
First run of the game, second run of the game, obviously following that wide. Yeah. And Isaac Mohammed is off the mark, bringing Kashif Ali onto strike, who, was it last year, Aaron, he had a bit of a belter here?
Yeah, he did, especially in the Championship. Scored that masterful century. I mean, he's such a languid, fluent, aesthetically pleasing cricketer. Has a lovely lofted cover drive, does Kashif Ali.
Yeah, he's much like myself in that regard. As Gartz comes in again. But nice.
Has he got a tickle on that? Wow.
Nice
Alex
swing.
Davis is up. Yeah, George Garton's up, but Steve O'Shaughnessy not interested.
No, not interested. A bit of swing there for Gartz, which is good signs, but it looks like it just clipped the pad instead of clipping the bat there. But I entirely agree. Kashif Ali is a fantastic player. He's got that big high backlift, lots of energy in the bat, and plays some fantastic shots. And he's another awesome success story coming from the Saka Academy with Tom Brown and the guys there have done a brilliant job at exposing some of these cricketers and getting them into first-class cricket.
Getting a lovely shape, George Garton. But he's been doing that in the first over. Really, every single game that we've seen him bowling, particularly from this pavilion end, just a really nice shape.
Yeah, he's swung it really. Gart's at his absolute best balls, 90 miles an hour. He's a fantastic athlete. We've seen how lithe he is in the field and how nimble he is. He's a great athlete to have in your side. And yeah, at his best, he swings it at 90 miles an hour, left arm as well. So he's sort of got the world at his feet, really, as he comes in again here to Kashif Ali. Back of a length, it's picked up, pulled in. It ends up being a good bit of work down at deep backward square by Kai Smith. Does a little bit of breakdancing to stop it. I don't know if he slipped down there, but it does the job, and it's only one run out to deep backward square.
Did well to recover that.
Yeah, he did.
After he slipped over.
He likes. I'll give you a bit of. He likes his dancing. He's a bit of a breakdancer,
Oh, is he?
Kai. And you see him you see him sometimes in the field, and he does a few breakdancing moves. So I saw
Bit of body popping and all that,
a bit
yeah.
of that there. He's a good young man.
2 to go in the over. Oh, and that's up in the air. I think he's got all of that, and the chase is going to be on for Moeen Ali going after it. And he's sent his uncle on a bit of a journey there, I think, to try and fetch that, but it's gone all the way to the ropes for 4. First boundary of the game.
Yeah, it's
for the Rabbits.
it's a handsome shot. It was full of a length from Gartz, giving it a chance to swing. But a very, very nice shot there from Isam Habib over long off, and it was nearly 6 if I'm honest. It was just short of the rope, but a handsome lofted off drive.
It was very nice.
Echoes of his uncle in that shot, I think you'd say.
I was going to say that they're almost like carbon copies in their batting style, aren't they? Very much so. Last ball of the over, then 7 off it so far from Garton.
Oh, that's a delicious delivery. Bouncing, searing pace, swinging away from the bat from George Garton. That is a nice delivery.
Yeah, very good way to finish the over. First one done then. Isaac Mohammed's on 5, Kashif Ali on just the 1, and 7 off that opening over from George Garton. I assume we're going to see. Oh no, we're not going to see Hassan Ali to open up. It's going to be Ed Barnard coming from this end.
Barnard coming from the pavilion end. As we said, there was shape there from George Garton. Ed Barnard does swing it. Swings it in both directions. He's very, very good at swinging it away to left-handers from around the wicket. So it'll be interesting here to see if he gets a bit of shape as well. Al Davis is attacking. He's getting a slip in to the right-handed Kashif Ali. So he thinks there's some movement there, and he's obviously trying to extract that movement early on.
See what Barnard can do against his former side, of course, from this pavilion end. And straight down the wicket is Kashif Ali, and he smacks it away for 4. Didn't even wait to have a look.
No, he's on the attack. That is there's a fine cricket shot. Not a lot wrong with the ball. Back of a length delivery, as you should probably bowl in white ball cricket, and he's straight down the track, waxing back over his head for 4. Welcome to the game, Barney.
Still wishing you were out there now?
Yeah, I am.
You've been very nimble in the field for the last couple of weeks, we noticed.
Have I?
We did feel it was a bit of a waste, you running on. And
Oh, you mean running the drinks on?
Yeah,
I haven't been doing much fielding.
No.
Yeah, if you sprint on really fast with those 2 drinks carriers, the S&Cs tend to leave you alone because I think you've worked hard.
Good tactic. Back in action on Sunday, I'm hoping, in the county championship.
Hopefully.
That's another shot as well. He's only going to get 1 for it. He's hit that beautifully.
Yeah, a little bit of change in the field there, so that's quite a good bit of work. They lost the slip, got it to mid-wicket, and that deep backward point, the Bears move around to deep extra cover, which is exactly where that ball went. So a nice bit of work there from the Bears, but a lovely shot for only a single.
So did you last have a red ball in your hand?
This afternoon.
Oh, well.
Yeah, this
But in
afternoon.
match
I
conditions.
had an incredibly exciting day. I met Jonathan Trott for breakfast. I had a catch up with him up in Harborne, and then I had my appraisal, my mid-season appraisal. I had a red ball in the nets. And I'm sat here with you.
What a birthday. I mean, you couldn't ask for any more, could you?
Brilliant day as Barney comes in again. This time to Isaac Mohammed, who has a big swing at it. Shoosh.
And has he got all of that?
I think he has.
I think he has, yeah. You can save your time there chasing after that, Tom Latham. That's over the ropes for 6 from Ishaq Mohammed. He moves into double figures.
What a shot that is. Again, nothing wrong with the ball. Swinging away somewhere near the top of off, and it's an incredibly elegant swing of the bat to smack Barney over his head for 6 runs. What a shot from the young man.
He's got plenty of that, and like you say, he's very reminiscent of the way his uncle chooses to play and strike a cricket ball.
Yeah, and listen, you know, cricket isn't what it used to be. People do move around a lot more than they used to. So we've just got a bit of a change in the field here now. We've got the 2 people out on the leg side. We've got a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. So I wonder if Barney's going to bowl a bit straighter. And
straighter, maybe a bit shorter.
Yeah, maybe a bit of pace off as well. Yeah, there we go, a little off-cutter to try and keep Ishaq honest. Yeah, people move around a lot more than they used to, and Ishaq has moved to Worcester for good reasons. He wants to play more cricket. We have a very strong squad here at Warwickshire, and I think he was probably going to have to bide his time a little bit more than he would do at Worcester. And he's straight in the side, he's playing well, and you know, he's come through the system here at Warwickshire, so if he does well for Worcester for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you know, it's something we should be proud of at Warwickshire, as much as we might want him to have him playing here as well. Another back of a length delivery there from Barn.
I was going to say he's amended his line and his length here. He's responded quite well. Still gone for 11 the first 5 balls.
Yeah, when you've got this sort of leg side field out, the deep square, the deep mid-wicket, you've got to ball straight, which is obviously a plan, but equally the batter might know exactly what sort of line you're going to bowl, so they might be able to set up to it. So it won't surprise me if Barney sort of mixes it up a little bit with fast balls and slow balls.
Last ball of the over. 18 without loss. Carved into the leg side, or pulled into the leg side, should I say, for 4. It's another great shot. Stand and deliver moment for Ishaq Mohammed. 22 then, without loss at the end of 2 overs. Really nice shot, this.
Yeah. Again, like I said, he's got to ball straight at this field, and it's a bit of a stand-up pull, isn't it? Stand-up pull from the top of the stump, so that's a nice shot. That over goes for 15. There's some lovely shots in that over. We're going to see a bit of Hassan Ali from the City end.
Yep, looks like we will. 22 without loss after 2 overs.
Every great team has its unsung heroes. The all-rounders, the heavy lifters, putting their organisation on the map. We're talking about you, the humble IT engineer, supporting EdgBLASTon across the season. They're the ones delivering, day after day.
It is Hassan Ali, and it's dot ball to start with. This time bowling to Kashif Ali. Were you 3rd man in on the night of the hat-trick? 12th man in.
I was 12th man in, yes. Yeah. Hassan Ali is best there. 6 for a hat-trick. That's not a bad night's work, is it? Recently, just picked up in the Big Bash League. Hassan Ali is going to the Adelaide Strikers this winter, which is fantastic. I know it's something he's been wanting to do for a while. So that's great that he's going to be heading out this winter. And
great shot, that.
Another brilliant shot. Smited through the offside for 4. Mid-off there, Tom Latham barely moved by the time the ball went past him. And it's, again, perhaps indication that this is a very good cricket wicket. Not a lot of demons there. I think that swing is probably going to have dissipated now. Doesn't look to be a great deal of seam movement for me. Looks a good pitch. Who'd be a bowler?
It doesn't stay long, does it? The swing doesn't stay long with these white balls.
Both, to be honest, both the white and red Kookaburra balls are quite temperamental. The swing disappears within a ball or 2 and over 2. It's a bit of an on-off switch. And again, another huge shot there over mid-on. Is it going to fall? Is Mo going to do a nice bit of work from Mo there?
Really decent bit of fielding from Moeen Ali.
But yeah, with the Duke's ball that we use for Championship cricket, you tend to sort of have a bit of swing and then you lose it gradually throughout the day. Whereas the Kookaburra ball, you've got big swing to start with, and then it literally stops in a ball or 2, whether it hits something on the boundary rope or whether it's just hitting the batter's bat. Yeah, the swing disappears pretty sharply. Oh,
it's literally everything's going, isn't it? It's a closing down sale. Everything must go.
Yeah,
seems to be the approach.
I might have been proved wrong there. That looked like a nice delivery. That looked like it might have been nipped away. But yeah, Kashif Ali's clearly decided this pitch is nice and easy pace and he's going to come hard here. Hassan back to the field with a deep backward point and a deep square leg. But given how hard Kashif Ali is coming, I wonder if a field change might be imminent with long on going out or something like that, because he's certainly coming hard and trying to hit most balls for 4.
6 off the over so far, and that's going to be 4 more. Oh, in fact, it's 6 more. He's got all of that, has Kashif Ali.
Yeah, that's a great shot. That's a brilliant shot straight back over the bowler's head. I think the Bears maybe need to think here about either a change of plan, a change of field. The power play can be an awful time to bowl because you can only have 2 out. You can have a sort of mini death scenario towards the end of the power play. So I wonder if the Bears need to go Yorkers, as some of the local Warwickshire fans are enjoying the sunshine here. So lovely to see.
Those who've got their shirts off, I hope they've covered themselves in tanning lotion.
Very wise. Very wise,
because it is warm out there. It's a beautiful night for cricket, and these Friday nights are so special here at EdgBLASTon when Worcester are in town, and they've made a good start here. Dot ball to finish the over. Unfortunately, 12 still from it. 34 without loss after 3. Do we see Danny Briggs now, do you think?
I'm not sure. We've got left hand on a strike, so I wonder if we are going to get the uncle versus cousin matchup that we want. I don't think we are. I think it might be Dan Mousley bowling from the pavilion end. Someone who I believe is from your neck of the woods, and only just about half an hour ago I was just in the shower getting ready and he was telling me about your managerial prowess on the Sunday League football pitch. Is this right?
Well, I wouldn't call it prowess, but you know, I do my best.
Turn up.
I turn up, tell them where to stand, put them in a formation, then they completely ignore me and go and do it when they want.
What's your managerial style? Are you Pep Guardiola, Alex Ferguson? Are you
No, I don't.
Steve Bracknell. Have you ever seen a bit of Steve Bracknell online?
I don't think I'm quite like him. More Steve McLaren, probably the Wally with the brolly when it's raining.
With the Duck Jackson.
Yeah, well, no, he's moved on now, hasn't he? Because he coaches Jamaica now. So
okay.
He's picked up the lingo of that.
Yeah.
He does. There's some great videos of him learning some of the catchphrases they use. So.
But Dan
Mosley
is a brilliant young man, brilliant cricketer, and he loves these big occasions. He's a massive Aston Villa fan, and he lives for playing in front of these big crowds.
When he came up after the defeat against the Outlaws, and we had the discussion, I said, "Will I be seeing you after Worcester?" He went, "Yep, I'll be up here after Worcester." Because you're right. These moments are what he absolutely
loves it. And he's an off spinner, but he bowls it very quickly. He's got some good skills. He's borderline one of the best Yorker bowlers I've seen. He rarely misses, and I think that we're seeing the plan here that he's got a deep mid wicket, a long on, and he's going to bowl particularly to left-hander, incredibly full and incredibly straight, and say, "Go and try hit me over deep mid wicket and long on." And that's maybe why he just veered down leg side early.
Yep, first ball was a wide. It's been picked up this time though, and that's going all the way for 4. And it's heading towards Gary Barwell and his team, who again have done a terrific job with the quality of some of these wickets. Maybe a bit too good right now for Worcester.
From a bowling point of view, yeah, sometimes they're brilliant. And if you think about the amount of cricket that is played out on some of these grounds these days, it's only getting more and more with England matches and Legends cricket that's coming up.
Oh, he's bowled in! It's a full toss, speared in at leg stump. And Isaac Mohammed's stay comes to an end, 19 off 9. Well, we won't get the match-up with his uncle Moeen Ali because Dan Moses taken care of him. 39 for 1.
Yeah, perhaps not exactly what Dan was planning. I think, like I say, I think he was going for Yorkers, but a lawful toss and hits the stumps and it'll do. But he's done his job there, young Isaac Mohammed. He's scored, 20 off 10 balls. It's pretty good strike rate. He's done his job there as an opener in T20 cricket.
Yeah, he's on his way. And Dan Mosley strikes, as he so often does in his first over when he's brought on during the power play, usually just to try and slow the run rate down, but takes a wicket today. And he's frustrated as Mohammed. You can understand why.
Yeah, we see.
It's just a full toss he's missed, isn't it?
I'll tell Dan you said that, but yes, I think Isaac might be disappointed he's missed that, but Dan Mosley will be delighted, and it brings Jake Libby to the crease, who is a slightly different batter, a bit more of a traditional red ball opener. Very, very fine cricketer, gets the most out of himself and has had a very, very good career, but he's perhaps a little bit different than Kashif Ali and Isaac Mohammed. Those big language shots you see going for 6, it's perhaps not his game. He's a bit more of an accumulator, and will very likely just be trying to get Kashif Ali on strike here.
Well, Moeen Ali is coming to give some advice.
And brilliant wicket there for the Bears, because it brings 2 right-handers to the crease. And as a bowling side, it's always a bit easier when you can just settle into 2 people of the same dexterity, keep the same field.
Do you throw the ball to Danny Briggs next over as well?
Yeah, I would say you do probably. Going away from the 2 right-handers.
Gutted he's going.
Listen, he's the goat, isn't he? He's the leading wicket taker in the Blast ever. We all call him the GOAT because he is. He's the best there's ever been in Blast cricket. But he's going for good reasons. You know, Sussex is closer to his family home. It's on the Isle of Wight. He's going for good family reasons. He's been an awesome addition whilst he's been at the Bears, and we wish him well. And hopefully we can send him off in style.
Got a second! And he's got catch from Barnard. Mosley strikes. Libby's on his way, second ball. And it's a double wicket in the over for the Bears. 39 for 2 now.
Yeah, Mouse, as he often does, as you said, getting wickets in the power play, and a double wicket over is making that scoreboard look a lot better in the Bears' favour, and we'll be a lot happier at the end of this over than we were at the start of it.
Yeah, they certainly will. Libby on his way without troubling the scorers, and all of a sudden it looks a lot brighter. As in comes Adam Hose, top run scorer this season for the Rapids.
Yeah, and captain in the Rapids this year. Very newly a father. So massive congratulations to Adam and Ellie, who might be listening at home, and his family again on the Isle of Wight, another Isle of Wightian, if that's the right word. I'm sure his dad Jeff might be listening, so congratulations to all the Hoses. Some wonderful baby news, but yeah, brings him to the crease as captain tonight. And he's got a little bit of rebuilding to do here, although they're still scoring at 10 and over, so perhaps he just comes in and gets on with it. But there are really good stats around trying to get 3 wickets in the power play. If you get 3 wickets in the power play, you win something like 75% of the games in T20 cricket. So that'll be what the Bears are on the hunt to do.
Last ball of the over from Mosley, and it's going to be drilled down the ground just for 1. 4 overs gone, 40 for 2. Aaron, just remind us about power play scores here and from the Bears so far in this campaign.
Yeah, so far it's 47 for 1. Here at EdgBLASTon so far this summer. In terms of overall first innings score, it's actually the exact same as 2024. It stands around about 178, but just to pick up on the point that Ollie you made earlier, this hybrid wicket has been very high scoring. You can see already there's a nice amount of pace in it, very easy to go out there and score big. So it's just a case of the Bears chipping away, getting consistent wickets and not allowing the Rapids to build significant partnerships in this first 20.
We saw Midlands Mania Day, it was over 800 runs.
Yeah, I mean,
wicket delivered, wasn't it?
I know it's a bit of a new thing, Midlands Mania. We had Joel Corey banging out tunes at half-time, very loudly.
Vibrating.
Very loudly. But yeah, 800 runs in the day is an incredible spectacle. So well done to Gary and his team for putting on such a brilliant event.
Here's the GOAT.
Here's the GOAT. Here's the man, Danny Briggs, as we suspected, 2 right-handers on strike. He's going to whirl away his magic. Starts with a dot.
Yeah, he does. And Adam Hose will know plenty about him and vice versa.
Absolutely. Like I said, they're both from Ventnor Cricket Club on the Isle of Wight, and obviously played together here for Warwickshire. They know each other a hell of a lot, and they'll both know each other's tricks.
Well, I was asking Chloe about that earlier on, actually. When you come up against a former teammate, is it a bit of mind games that goes on because you know each other's traits, you know what you can do, you know what to look for?
Yeah, you know each other's weaknesses, even just chatting at mid-off, you know their foibles, you know what they've been working on the nets, you know the sort of anxieties they've got, so it can be a nightmare and also very funny at times.
Kashif Ali on strike. This one to the leg side.
Yeah, and Danny Briggs got a long off out here and sort of deep mid-wicket out as well. More than happy to just go a run a ball. And this is where he's so good. He thinks like a batter. He knows what they're thinking most of the time. And very good at second-guessing what they're thinking and what they're trying to do. Changing his very subtle changes of pace. Whether it's a traditional left-arm spinner, an arm ball or knuckleballs, he's very, very clever at what he does, is Briggsy. And you can see straight away how hard he is to hit.
Moeen with an observation to share with Alex Davis. A bit of fielding there from Ed Barnard as well. Just 2 singles off the over so far. Just what you want at this point.
Nice bit of work there from Hassan Ali at short fan layer. There's going to be a leg by.
It is just 1 to the total.
But this might just be an over. Worcester will know how big a threat Danny Briggs is. They've just lost 2. They might just be happy here to just take this over for 5 or 6 runs and sort of accumulate a little bit.
One thing about Danny Briggs, never wears a short sleeve, does he? Doesn't matter what the temperature is, he's on a long sleeve.
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah. Is that a spinner thing? Or it's always a keeper thing, isn't it? Keepers never wear.
Oh, he's got him! He's got him! He's on his way! He's played on! And Kashif Ali departs for 19, and Danny Briggs strikes at the end of the 5th over. And it's a 3rd wicket down, 43 for 3. And Ali's on his way for 19.
Yeah, a bit of a strange one there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. A bit of a back of a length delivery from Danny Briggs. Almost angled in, swung in, maybe a bit of an arm ball. And it's bounced up, down, around Kashif Ali's helmet and ended up taking a bail off. So happy days from a Bears point of view. Well, you would say slightly unlucky from Kashif Ali's point of view.
Yeah, but we don't care about that, really, do we?
No.
I know you're a nice guy, and this is the problem. You're potentially too nice to be up here on Bears TV because you're too nice to everyone. Whereas, we're very one-sided here.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
We've got the blinkers on, mate.
Fair
Don't you worry about it. He's on his way, and it brings Ethan Brooks to the wicket. Let's have another look at this.
Yeah, I think it's bounced up off his thigh pad and hit his gloves that are up high because he's trying to pull it and taking the bails off.
Wow, so 3 wickets in the last 2 overs. A couple for Mosley and 1 for Danny Briggs. Means Hassan Ali is going to bowl the last over of the power play. 43 for 3. Artif's back as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's okay to be nice. Well,
thank you.
Don't let Bridge corrupt you. It's fine. You can be nice.
I'm not going to be mean to anyone on my birthday.
No. Of course not. You shouldn't. But we can, Adam. We can be really.
2 former Bears at the wicket now. Here we go. This will be interesting. Hose on strike. Brooks at the other end. Ethan Brooks having a good season. 43 for 3. Let's see what Hassan's got. Can he come to the party?
Oh, hard lines there from Moeen Ali at mid-off. It's a fine cricket shot from Adam Hose. Nice straight drive as we all got taught to play by our first coaches, and Moeen Ali at mid-off can't stop it. It's hit very crisply. Again, more signs that this is a very good cricket pitch to me.
He was a great batter when he was here, wasn't he, as well? He played some lovely innings, particularly in the blast.
Yeah, it was a bit revolutionary for us, really, because we probably sort of fell into the trap of playing quite traditional T20 cricket. When we won it in 2014, all we talked about was getting 160 and try to restrict the side to less than that. And when Hosey arrived, he was this young swashbuckling man who tried to hit everything for 6, really. He was, instead of trying to strike it at 100, he was trying to strike it at 150, and it really did help us to think, maybe at EdgBLASTon we need to be trying to score 200 in an innings rather than 160. So it was very, very good for us at the time.
Wait, coaches are supposed to teach you to drive the ball.
Cut away with power. It's going to be cut off, I think.
Yeah, but
brilliant bit of fielding.
Again by young Kai Smith. You see his agility once more out in the field. He's got a lot of energy, that young man, and he's a very nimble fella. But yeah, spicy ball there from Hassan Ali, banging it into the wicket. And I'm always trying to slap it over the offside. My first ever cricket lesson I ever got, I actually got a telling off because me and my friends, we just charged across the cricket field at Copley Cricket in Halifax, Copley Cricket Club, and we ran across the square, which you never do, obviously. So that was the first thing we did. So second thing, we all got marched over to the groundsman as Hassan Ali comes in again, bangs it into Ethan Brooks, who pulls it out to deep square for a single. We got marched over to the groundsman and said, "This is Tommy Topsoil, Tommy Thorpe, our groundsman. You must never, ever, ever walk across the square again because you'll upset him."
Did you go across the pitch or the square?
The whole square. We ran
square?
Yeah, we ran across the width of the square to try to get to where we're training, and it was lesson learned very quickly as a young 9-10-year-old to not upset the groundsman.
Nah. Were you wearing spikes?
No, just your trainers on a Sunday morning. But still, the etiquette.
Still don't do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
When you go down to the New Forest, they've got gates around to protect the square so the ponies can't go on them, which is probably understandable.
Yeah, ponies always have the worst stance at the crease.
Oh, a little bit of a slow ball there from Hassan Ali. Adam Hose threw the shot a little bit earlier. Hassan's been working on this no-wristy slower ball, a bit of the copies off the Chris Wokes.
I love this. You get inside Goss from the
wrist
dressing
position.
Yeah, so you sort of lock your wrist and don't flick it at the very last second, and you sort of undercut it, a bit like imagine a lob wedge in golf. So all your energy goes underneath the ball, it comes out seam up and still swings a little bit.
Okay.
What he's been working on.
Keep an eye out for that. Last ball of the power play. And it's going to be one more to the total. That could have been tight if it hit.
Yeah, an elegant dive there from Ethan Brooks.
Yeah, with a brilliant bit of backing up as well on the used wicket. That's the end of the power play then. 6 overs gone. Aaron, how do we stand?
Yep, Worcestershire 50 for 3. So in terms of the average here in 2025, it stands at 47 for 1. So the Rapids 3 runs ahead, 2 wickets behind of the average though. So I'd say it's been pretty much honours even at this stage. I mean, the visitors got off to a rapid start. We saw Mohammed and Hassan Ali absolutely tonking the ball about, but those 3 wickets, especially that over from Dan Mosley, have just wrangled back a little bit of control for the home side.
Did you see what he did there?
Yeah,
I did.
A rapid start.
Rapid start. That's
That was very good. Very good.
I could barely contain myself. Did you see what? Yeah, good. Okay. I was out there sampling the atmosphere. I'll tell you about this in a second.
Yeah, Danny Briggs to bowl over 2.
Oh, that's an excellent cricket shot. Lofted over extra cover for 4 runs.
How has he done that?
That
was
is a
inside
brilliant
out, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's a brilliant cricket shot. From the crease as well. Didn't nudge himself down the wicket 1 iota. From the crease to go over extra cover. That's a great cricket shot.
Just good presence of the field as well.
Yeah.
Just knows exactly where that gap is in the covers, and really lovely shot.
And this is traditionally where the Bears really squeeze now. We get spin on in the middle overs with Moeen Ali, Jake Lintott, Danny Briggs, bit of Dan Mosley. This is really where we squeeze and normally go up 5-6 runs and over, as well as picking up plenty of wickets. So it'll be interesting to see how Worcester play this.
Changing the field here as well. A long conversation between Danny Briggs and Alex Davis has brought about a move here. And well, let's just see, taking a fielder out from short mid-wicket. Just a single. How is the atmosphere out there? It looks like thirsty work watching the cricket, looking at some of the supporters.
Well, it's been great. It's great fun actually. They're in great spirits. Everybody there making noise. Lots of Worcestershire supporters out there. They were making a lot of noise when that opening partnership was going good guns. They've got chants for each of the opening batters as well, which I thought was quite impressive. But just really lively, really loud, and a big explosion for the wicket.
I'll just watch here. I'll watch Ethan Brooks carefully. He's a very good reverse sweeper and sweeper of the ball, even to seamers. So when it gets to the death and people are trying to york him or hide the ball somewhere, he's very good at reverse sweeping, ramping. He's a good player of those shots. So watch out for that.
He went off to Worcester and Henry went off to Middlesex, didn't he?
That's right. That's right. Henry's still playing his trade down at Lords. We've swapped him for Ethan Bamber, who's going great guns in the 4-day stuff, and he's still chomping at a bit to try and get into the T20 side, as I'm sure he might do or will do at some stage.
You'll be playing Sunday?
Will I be playing Sunday?
Yeah, if selected, obviously.
If selected, I hope so. As Danny comes in again.
There he goes with that shot. Oh, it's just over Mo's head, isn't it?
Reverse sweep there. Props not what he intended. Bit of a top edge sweep, and it just clears Moeen Ali at sort of short third man. Bit of a moral victory there for Danny Briggs. But as is often the case in T20 cricket, you can sort of win the moral battle and still go for 4 or 6. So bad luck, Brigger.
A lot of options for Sunday, or is it, is Rushy fit?
Not too sure. I think Rushy may. That's a nice bit of fielding there, and a good shoulder. Take that, Hosey. It might be from the Isle of Wight, but I'm going to give you a good whack in the shoulder.
Let's come back to Sunday in a minute, because after 7 overs, it's 61 for 3.
It's a good university, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah, it was that volley in the middle there.
I was going to say, Arthur said he wanted to go there, because any university that you turn up every day and have a little bowl.
Very mature students, Nick. Very mature students. Actually, that's a nice little indication just in that picture there of how there is a bit of a short side to over towards the groundsman shed.
There is. George Garn's coming in for a second over. A mid-innings over. This is not something we see too often. But Gartz is into the attack again from this pavilion end.
Yeah, and that's actually a really good run in there from Worcester. It's gone down to third man, and Worcester have pushed him hard there down at third man. I think it was Kai Smith and managed to sneak 2, which I don't think Gartz was too happy about. But also, I'm not too sure what else Kai could have done. Yeah, as you see on the camera there, over towards the left-hand side is quite a short edge compared to how it is on the right-hand side to the leg side now. So as we go into the game, I think the Bears and the Rapids will be looking to utilise that big boundary.
Saw quite a few threes earlier in the women's game today. On that side, that's a lovely shot again.
Another good shot there.
He's looking ominous here.
Yeah, giving himself room, and he's lofted off drive again, just over cover. Perhaps again, indication this is a good cricket pitch. To be able to play shots like that against someone who's bowling 90 miles an hour means it's a pretty good surface for me.
Yeah, just made nice room for himself there, didn't he? Just stepped outside that leg stump, made sure he could push it through that gap. And look at his feet pointing to extra cover, opened up that gap for the left arm seamer. Well,
he did. I think he stepped inside the line a little,
I like
didn't
that.
he?
There's far too much leeway for batters in this game. And I think the umpire's argument would be that
You moved.
Adam Ho's moved towards the offside. If he'd have stood still, then it would have hit him in the head, basically. So the fact that he moved doesn't mean the wide line moves. If he'd have stood still, it would have probably hit him or hit him on the shoulder. So I'm all for that. Gartz comes in again, bit of a slow ball now, out to the off boundary for 4. Very well timed. Bit of a change up there from Gartz, but didn't work this time. Adam Ho's equal to it. Slaps him through the offside for 4.
That's a lovely shot, wasn't it? Just short, sat up for it a little bit, just picked that length up so quickly, and crucially just so clear on where that boundary is. It's a very short boundary, as OHD was saying. There is a fielder patrolling the covers, but when it's hit like that, good luck getting anywhere near it. And it's an X-Bear doing the damage at the moment, Bridge.
Yeah, it certainly is. The other one's standing and looking on from the far end. It's just going to be 1, maybe 2. Gone off his own bowling. Does well, just a single.
Well, stops the 2.
Aaron, he's leading scorer for the Rapids, isn't he, in this campaign?
He certainly is, yep.
What's his top score, is it?
Leading from the front. 241 with a high score of 95 for Adam Hose. And yeah, we all know his calibre, his quality. I mentioned it right at the start of the broadcast. That unbelievable century against the Rapids on Derby Day. That was very, very special indeed.
Yeah, well, no more centuries on Derby Day, please. Thank you. Not for him anyway.
Bit of a clear plan here. The entire leg side is out for Gartz, apart from mid-on. It's a bit of a short ball field, so we might be seeing into the hip or back of a length bowling here from Gartz to Ethan Brooks, who just tickles it into the leg side for a single.
So is that would that be a clear plan that they stepped out here with today, or is this something that would have evolved on the field?
Yeah, it might just be for a particular ball or particular batter, or just to get out of the over. Let's utilise that big boundary. If I bowl a ball on their hip with those people out, it shouldn't go for 4 or 6, basically. So yeah,
fabulous.
Something you talk about beforehand.
Saw a similar field in the women's game as well, with the protection of the big boundary. Oh, is it thumbs up time?
It's thumbs up time. You have to join in here. Thumbs up. Yeah, that's it. You see.
No, just one.
Just one. Not two.
There we go. Yeah.
Because if they do 2 thumbs up, it means it doesn't like.
It might take the thumb up away.
You know, on the live stream, you click, on YouTube, you have to click like. Yeah.
Oh right.
If you click it twice, it cancels it.
Oh right.
And
showing my age here. I don't have a clue.
Well, I know, but I reckon because we've got OHD and Recordo here today, I reckon we're going to be talking record numbers of likes.
I'm hoping so, and it's a big game as well. Big turnout. So? Everybody in the crowd have probably got one hand on their phone and. One eye watching the game. Although those guys have got
a beer.
I think so. I want to get hold of one of those hats.
Mosey's back in. 2 wickets to his name already.
I know it's early, Bridge, but I'm already thinking about Talbot's player of the match and who's going to come up here.
Oh wow!
Because well, I'm just curious if we're going to get a new face, or haven't had Dan Mosley yet so far this season.
No, he came up when they lost.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did. But he fronted up. He said, "I would stink." I went, "Yeah, you do actually."
Yeah.
It was a hot, sweaty day. Bless him.
Coming in from the city end.
Got him! He's got a 3rd. And it's Adam Hose, the danger man that's gone. And it's Barnard again. And you may get your wish to see Dan Mosley up here at the end of this game if this carries on.
Golden arm Dan Mosley. I think Adam Hose might have just been trying to clip that for a single. But he's timed it so well. And again, an indication of how good this pitch is. He's clipped it all the way to deep mid-wicket, and Ed Barnard takes a simple catch to get him out.
Danger man gone as well, you would say, Artif?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was looking ominous, timing the ball so well. Obviously, a player who's played so much cricket here, and he's very, very acutely aware of all the angles and bits and pieces that are advantageous to a player. And he He's walking off. He's cutting a dejected figure at the moment because he knows he was in great nick, and as OHD said, he just timed the ball so well, just picked out the player on the boundary. There's a lovely contact off his bat, and most days you're thrilled with that kind of contact, but it just landed, well, it's kind of a soft dismissal in a way because he was going so well. But Dan Mosley won't care. He's got a 3rd wicket. He's looking good for yet another appearance up here, maybe in a winning cause.
Yeah, hopefully.
Safe pair of hands, Barnard as well.
Yeah, he's a brilliant cricketer. He's Barney. He bats balls, fields. He's a fine cricketer, and he's shown us what he can do here at Edgbaston for a number of years now. I know the Worcester fans listening will know about his exploits. Yeah, but he's worked hard to actually to get to his T20 side. We've seen how well he's gone in 50 over cricket the last few years. So for him to get a bit of a run in the T20 side is nice to see actually.
Last year, we saw him a couple of times with the bat, never with the ball, and yet he's been opening the bowling at times this campaign.
Well, again, that's we saw in the 50 over comp. He opens we call it the Ed Barnard Trophy at times because he opens the batting, opens the bowling, captains it, and wins MVP of the tournament every blooming year. So it's his tournament really, and he's just a fine cricketer. So to see him do well in all forms for Warwickshire is nice to see. Interesting battle here between Dan and Ethan Brooks. They know each other very, very well. Came through the academy system, probably played with each other from the age of 10 at Warwickshire. So they'll know each other's skills and know each other's foibles. They'll know everything about each other. And Gareth Roderick's to the crease now. He's the 4-day opener for Worcester. Again, a fine cricketer. Does well for them in all formats. Oh,
just
close.
outside off, I think.
Maybe just outside the line.
Hassan has managed to smash the stumps to smithereens and end up giving away an extra single, which I'm sure Dan Mosley's not very happy about.
Well, it's a leg by, so it's don't go against the
that's
edge.
okay,
It's not too close. But yeah, a good bit of fielding there by Hassan. Maybe caught everyone unawares a bit. It was obviously trying to get the run out of Ethan Brooks.
I'm quite amused by Roderick's stance. It's quite unusual the way he sort of lines up to play the ball. You'll get a look at this in a minute when
he stands outside leg and shuffles across. Doesn't he?
But there's so much going on. You often see batters sort of step across. Sir Alex Stewart comes to mind, but this was quite exaggerated.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait till the
best
next
cricket stat in history, Alex Stewart. Do you know what it is?
What is it?
The most magnificent cricket stat. Now I'm going to get this wrong. His birthday is something like the 7th of the 8th. 82, something like that.
Yeah.
And his test runs scored.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah.
7,862.
Yeah. I have heard this before.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I was going to see if the Badger's nodding in the corner.
Close.
Well, he said he wouldn't get it right.
Go on, I'd got the numbers wrong, but the general
But the stat is correct. Right?
It is one of the absolute goes-tos. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, so I've got to do the maths on this. It's 8,463. 8,463 runs, so it's 8th of April 1963.
I mean, come on, what are they?
That's pretty good. Although no good in America.
And to go, do you know what on about earlier, seeing Moeen Ali might bowl to Isaac?
Yeah.
This is one of Brian Halford's, so shouting out to Brian Halford's favourite facts, is that on a date in 1883, Warwickshire versus Derbyshire, father and son opened the batting for Derbyshire versus father and son opening the bowling. Oh my gosh.
Has he got him? Has he got him?
I think that's
He's
out.
got him.
Oh my God.
That is out.
Wow.
That's astonishing from Alex Davis. Jake Lintot's first ball, and he's taken the wicket of Roderick, caught by Alex Davis round the corner as he's tried to sweep it and just paddle it to the boundary.
What a bit of work that
Wow.
is.
It's one of the greatest keeper catches of all time.
He doesn't look too happy about where he might have caught it.
No.
However, to read the play, to see the batter go down, to then catch the ball in whatever manner he has done, that is an unbelievable piece of work. Let's have a look at this.
I think they call it taking one for the tee.
It's like a low full toss.
Oh! Great catch. Wow.
Oh no.
He has taken one for the tee.
Oh
Now-
goodness, right in the unmentionables.
Yes. I'm not too sure what the physio can do for that.
I wonder if the bails have come off. Yeah, potentially.
Hang on.
What a bit of work.
Oh my goodness, it makes me wince every time. I'm kind of glad Tom Latham was in the way there.
But what I like is the fact he still held the ball.
He
up
held
and
the
played
ball
that
up.
match while
I've got it.
struggling to breathe.
I've got it. Here we go. Let's look at this angle. Wow, what a bit of work.
Wow, that is stunning. Unbelievable catch.
To read the play and then to get there and then to actually catch the ball.
Oh, he's still over.
What a bit of work.
I hope you saw that. If you saw that on the stream live, I guarantee you it's going to be viral on social media tomorrow.
And I hate to laugh, but what's the physio doing here? What is his job here?
Cold spray?
Chris Cole, the physio there. Oh, brilliant young man.
One
okay.
and two. Good.
Okay. Shall we look at the crowd here, everyone?
Just checking everything's in order.
Yeah.
79 for 5 then. And,
Yes, okay.
There we go. Start of the 10th over. Well, I think they're all wincing as well, to be fair.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's an astonishing catch. We can certainly put it that way. That's hot, and it's kind of testament to the.
Saying, yeah, I'd have caught that, love. Yeah, my pump, I'd have caught that easy. Easy, I'd have caught that. Oh, yeah, that's it. It's right there. Give you a scratch. Oh, that's good. Thanks. Luckily, he's all right. Al Davies is back on his feet. So I was telling a very boring fact.
Yeah, Dorshers is in.
I was saying a very boring fact. You have to ask Brian Halford, but father and son.
Brian.
Father and son open the bowling against father and son opening the batting. Derbyshire versus Warwickshire,
In
1880 something or other.
1880 something.
Never to happen again. So for a little breaking play there, for a bit of ice or pepper spray in the correct areas.
I hope not pepper.
spray.
Linners is in again to Dwarshus.
Oh, he's got a second.
He's where he made sure to protect himself that time.
It's not Dwarshus, it's Tom Taylor. It's not Dwarshus at all. That is Tom Taylor.
Wearing number 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I think it is.
No, it's Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor. We've got a slip in. The Bears are attacking. They've only got one backward point, hence that reverse sweep early from Tom Taylor. Great bit of work there from Linners off his own bowling. You'll enjoy that.
I was going to say.
That's a great bit of work.
Is it me, or do bowlers throw themselves around a little more off their own bowling? Is that?
If you can, I can't.
Yeah.
I mean, some do. I can't. No, Linners is very good in the field. You'll see him.
He
See him sweeping out on the big boundaries. He's very, very good fielder.
He's got his eyes on a wicket maiden here, hasn't he?
He does. He's got a slip in place as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, showing off all his skills here.
Graphics made the correction. It's Taylor.
It's Tom Taylor. Yeah,
it's Tom Taylor. Out there. And I like this actually. Aggressive field from Lintop. Like, I've really got Worcestershire's backs against the wall. There's a slip in there as well, hunting for another wicket.
Again to the reverse sweep. That's a good shot.
Yeah, it's going to be 4 runs.
Linners and Davo asking a question of the batter there with only one backward point, a slip in, saying, go on, I dare you to sweep it at 80 for 5 in the 9th over. And Tom Taylor up to it and saying, yep, I'm happy to reverse sweep and getting 4 runs for it. So well done. It's a good question from the Bears, and it's also a very good shot from Tom Taylor.
I mean, runs-wise, they're going quite well, to be fair, but we've got one ball left in the 10th over. But that wickets column is bound to inhibit the second half of this innings considerably.
The Bears lose the slip. Bit more of a traditional spinner's field here. The 3 out on the leg side, no slip. And Davo and Linners having a chat. Now this is one of the Bears' strengths in T20 cricket. You're on the clock. You've got an hour and 15 minutes to try to get through your overs. But because we bowl so much spin, we've quite often got a bit of time to play with where we can chat, we can slow things down if need be, and get things in order.
Ooh, almost grabbed another one. That's the end of 10 overs. OHT's going to leave us, but he'll be back a little later. 83 for 5 is the score. We're at the halfway stage, Aaron.
Yep, 83 for 5. I mean, things have definitely swung in this game. After a lightning fast start from Mohammed and Kashif Ali in the power play, the Bears really beginning to wrestle back some control and momentum in this first innings. So a big partnership coming up here for Worcestershire between Brooks and Tom Taylor. They've got to lay the foundation for some late hitting in this first 20.
Yeah, needs to. 83 for 5. Ricardo's back to join me and Artif. You enjoying
what
that
entertainment?
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing. The quips, hey?
Well, you know,
Dizzle was in fine form there.
he was enjoying himself.
Yeah. Quite happy for him to continue just for the entertainment, but yeah, here we are. I think great start from the Bears here, pegging the Rapids back after that excellent start. I think the way the Rapids have been playing their cricket so far this year, coming at the opposition quite hard, trying to maximise that power play. Well, I think it was always going to be a difficult task tonight against the Bears with the depth and the quality of bowlers that we've got. And you can see that right here now as Danny Briggs is in operation. 2.2 overs for 14 runs, really slowing down the run rate. Those 5 wickets there, there's not much, even though Dorshus can give it a hit. After these two have to really build a strong partnership. to post something quite.
Taylor happy to sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see the crowd shot. We keep seeing art of a sign of
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
What on earth is he thinking of on a day like today?
I mean, it's absurd, really. I felt bad for the mascots because they've got to wear that giant padded suit, but to voluntarily wear a Scooby-Doo outfit on a day like today, I don't know whether to be fearful or feared of.
Yeah, very much so. He's having a good time though. Brixie, a little shout, but I think he knows that he was a long way down and outside the off stump.
I think it's an excuse to continuously drink because you have to stay hydrated.
Yeah,
so the
okay,
thinking is like, oh, it's really warm in here. You got to get me another
There
drink.
he is.
Look at him. Oh my God, he looks really warm.
Understandably.
You think
so.
he's blind around?
And where's his friends?
I've not seen Velma or Shaggy.
Yeah, Scooby Doo. Where are you, all friends?
Freddie. Who's the other one? Velma.
Shaggy.
Daphne.
Shaggy as well.
That's Daphne. Yes.
Yeah, he's his buddy. I think.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just.
Scrappy.
Scrap.
Well, he's the villain, isn't he?
No, Scrappy was his nephew.
Yeah, no, but he was the villain in the film.
Was he?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I think that's a spoiler. Sorry for anybody who hasn't seen it. Wait, it's been 25 years, so maybe you should have by now.
Possibly so. 87 for 5 then. 1 ball to go in the 11th over. Good over so far from Danny Briggs. Just 4 runs from it.
And that's a
Gone.
catch.
Yes, it's another one.
Excellent catch there by Tom Latham at short extra cover. Really big squeeze here from the Bears. Like Ollie said on the stream before, this is where the Bears really come into their own.
87 for 6.
Ethan Brooks trying to back away, trying to carve it over extra cover. Can only find Tom Latham in there at short extra cover here. And the Rapids are really starting to slow down.
They certainly are.
It's not rapid anymore. But it is a terrific piece of bowling. I mean, that was a wicket born of frustration, just tying down the batters, making them feel like they had to make something happen. It really was. There was plenty of time for the Worcestershire batters to consolidate there. I don't think Brooks had to go for it just yet. They could have soaked up the pressure for a few more overs, given them some kind of platform to work with and go hitting in the last 5. But because of some really tight bowling from Briggs, it felt like they had to break the shackles. And terrific diving catch, as you say, from Tom Latham. And now they're properly in trouble. 87 for 6.
Yeah, they certainly are. Second wicket for Danny Briggs, 3 for Mosley, 1 for Lintott. The spinners very much doing what they do. Who needs fast bowlers over court though?
I wouldn't want to be a fast bowler now anyway. Size of these boundaries, the nature of these wickets. You might as well just come off. We're going to be seeing some of that tricky stuff as well later on from Ethan Brooks. You know, I don't know what to call it. Is it spin? Is it seam? It's just tricky.
Tricky. I like it. Lintott's back. He's fairly tricky when he wants to be. 87 for 6. They'll be relishing this now because they're going to have to attack. They're going to have to attack, aren't they?
Yeah. Worcester thinking the pass score here has really gone from like what we said. We used to think about 160, 170, 180.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get 140 and it'd be like, with Dougie Brad, we'll defend that. We'll defend that.
Yeah, and often we did.
We did, yeah. Well, you did.
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah.
The old music used to come on. Boom, boom, here he goes.
Yeah. So, like, Worcester here really, really under the pump. Bears winning toss, choosing to bowl first have really put themselves into a strong position here.
Taylor's on 7 here. Dorsh's on strike. The left-hander. 88 for 6. Still a lot of overs to bat here and only 4 wickets remaining. That could be one of the Rapids' problems. He's done him all ends up there.
Yeah, he didn't know too much about that delivery. Just sort of held its line outside the off stump, and Dorsh's was nowhere near it. It's trying to find that gap. Big gaps in the covers still. There's a player just behind square, one in front in cover, and a deep extra, but lots of space for a single if you can find that gap.
Great bit of fielding by Danny Briggs there at backward point. Oh no. Great backing up. It's all happening here. Chaos. Great bit of fielding at backward point, diving away to his right-hand side. Almost creating a bit of confusion there, trying to get a run out. We almost had it going for buzzers, but good backing up in the end.
So David didn't hold back with that throw, did he?
No.
I could see Jake thinking, I'm not getting my hands in the way of that. No chance. Still 88 for 6. All of that, and there was no run. Just a single off the over so far from Lintott. Oh, he struck him on the pad, but again,
Little inside edge, I think.
No run.
I can hear the Bears fans enjoying themselves. I just heard the stadium announcer, Jarlath Eaton, do the "You Bears" thing, and everybody just yelling back. It's a really nice atmosphere. Mate, what are you doing, man? It's so hot.
He's concerned about the balls raining into the stand.
I'm getting hot just looking at the guy. It's a maroon helmet. Maybe he's a West Indies fan.
Yeah, possibly.
Rugby boy, Coventry boy.
Last ball of Lintot's over, driven, and it will just be one. And that will complete over number 12 with the score 89 for 6.
There he is.
Well, I was going to say, just to go back to our Scooby-wearing man.
Yeah.
You know, we are 4 gents sat here in hoodies when it's nearly 30 degrees outside. But we have air conditioning.
We do.
Yeah. We need to explain that to the viewer, I think. We do have air conditioning in here.
Yeah.
Plus, you know, we had to wear our Bears Eating Pears hoodies today.
That's very true.
100%.
It was a given, really.
It wasn't a fashionable choice. We didn't get up thinking, right, you know what, we must burn today.
I woke up this morning thinking, why on earth did they not do any T-shirts that
Yeah.
have Bears Eating Pears on? Was the thought that I had when I got up this morning, if I'm brutally honest. But hey, it's a fashion accessory.
Or even an old school string vest, like we're in Barbados.
You're okay. You can have your string vest. I don't think I would look like I was in Barbados if I was in a string vest. Glasgow maybe, or somewhere like that. 90 for 6. Danny Briggs again just applying the squeeze here. 1 run off the first 3 balls of the over. So good at doing this, aren't they?
He is. The spinners are just so brilliant at just putting the squeeze on, as we were saying, and you know, to have so many options to go to as a captain as well. It must be just brilliant for Alex Davies, because if any of them happen to be having an off day, he can just lean on one of the others a little bit more. He's got part-time options, he's got all-round options, and he hasn't even had to go to Ed Barnard in the last few games.
Well, and also it's worth, I mean, bearing in mind, and I don't wish to be a doom merchant, because, you know, as we say, because OHD says they call him the GOAT. Obviously, Danny's going at the end of the season. Mo's going at the end of the blast. We've immediately used 2 spin options from this Bears side. Straight away like that. Obviously, Jordan Thompson signed from Yorkshire for next season. Another Yorkie.
Yeah.
He's just coming to keep OHD company, isn't he? That's all that is.
I think there might be another signing, something for the Bears to think about ahead of next season.
Yeah, I think there needs to be. 13 overs gone then. Another good over. I mean, look at that 4 off the over recorder.
Brilliant, brilliant. I think the Bears must be thinking here, right, even if we don't bowl them out, 150 at the max. You know, we know Tom Taylor can give it a good bit of attack, but, you know, it's still not much after them guys. We've got Duffy to come and the rest of the bowler. Matthew Waite, yes, he can also give it a bit of a whack, but with the quality of bowling that we've got in the spin bowling department, we must be thinking, right, let's limit this to about 150. You know, then you're walking out chasing something well under par.
Aaron, that's the end of his spell, isn't it, Danny Briggs?
Yes, it is. Yep, 2 for 20, and actually it's a shame he didn't get another one, because he's currently tied in joint second place in terms of the Bears' all-time leading T20 wickets column. He's alongside Chris Wokes on 86. Still some distance behind Jitan Patel on 141 though, so yeah, Briggsy 1 away from becoming the Bears' second all-time leading wicket taker.
Moeen is coming into the attack.
Yeah, we didn't get that uncle versus nephew duel that we want. Well, not yet, I suppose. We could have it in the second innings as possible, but he'll be pretty pleased.
There'll be only one winner in that duel if that ever was to happen.
Here he is, Moeen in. Oh, and a chance! Gone! He's gone! Has he gone? No.
Off the pads, I think.
Pads looked like glove, didn't it? Looked like glove.
It was very close for sure.
Let's have a closer look.
The umpire just shook his head straight away, so I think the umpire's contesting that it was just pad, and the batter had no intention of going anywhere.
So Warren at this pavilion end. Oh, we'll guess.
It's quite a floaty contact that went through to the keeper, so it usually indicates a softer contact.
Taylor on strike, tries to swing.
And again,
this
and
time,
again.
this time,
Oh,
Davis,
no.
Davis ended up falling over.
Oh,
Hit him on the head.
What
Knocks
is
his
going
helmet
on?
off.
Helmet's gone.
Tell you one thing
Lost his
though,
footing.
Alex Davis's anticipation behind the stumps is unbelievable.
It is.
How he's reading all these plays.
He puts his body on the line
Yeah.
every time as well, doesn't he? Let's have a look at this.
Phenomenal.
Look,
Straight
it goes
away.
up in the air.
helmet
Oh,
off,
and
yes.
he's down. He's down. Oh, and it drops on him.
Is there any important part of his body that's not getting hit today? This is the question that springs to
The
mind.
physio's
And
like,
he hasn't batted yet.
No,
He has-
exactly. 93 for 6.
Let's
Totally
hope he's
knocked his
okay.
helmet off. He looks okay.
Yeah. He's it's just a precaution. You could tell by even the physios having a laugh and a smile.
I think he's probably more gutted he didn't take the catch.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking, that could have been two in the game. I'll be all over social media for.
We might still be, but for the wrong reasons. Although he did take that stunning catch. I feel like that'll be doing the round.
It's phenomenal. All the young keepers out there watching, that's how you anticipate, guys. Because often when you're playing, you could over-anticipate and get that very wrong. But Alex Davis there has done it superbly twice in a row. Here we go. Tommy Taylor probably be thinking, have Warwickshire got 11 fielders or 12 at the moment? Straight away changes the approach.
Just one more to the total. 94 for 6. I mean, we can't shy away from the fact this is a game they really have to win, isn't it?
They do.
To go into the break, just,
Both
on
teams
16
do.
points,
I mean, from both teams' perspective, absolutely. They're sitting on 12 points apiece, 4 points for the win, and they'll make strides in that league as well, and just feel a little bit better about their chances. They'll feel a little bit more alive winning this, and obviously the the morale of beating your rival as well will also be advantageous.
Dorcius, I just got a glimpse of that cheeky moustache of his.
Yeah, buried under that helmet, but
Aussie thing, that is.
it's a
lot of
Dick Dastardly thing.
The thing is, and I think my wife commented on this when we were in Norfolk yesterday, when we saw someone at a petrol station.
Trying to push for two here.
This is going to be tight, is it? What is it with these moustaches nowadays? Because they do seem to be a thing. That pop star, is it Benson Boone? He's got one and slightly growing a mullet to go with it. That seems to be the trend now.
It's not. You don't get like a normal sort of like simple moustache. They're all kind of. They've got a lot. There's some kind of remix.
Yeah, a bit of fancy stuff going on. Oh, he's chipped that back, and just for a moment I thought it was going to land in the lap of Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali just slowing it down throughout those 3-4 balls.
I mean, 4 off the over. I mean, that's you could not look. 14 overs gone, 97 for 6. You couldn't really ask for any more at this moment in time, could you?
2 more wickets, Adam.
You would like 2 more.
Yeah.
You're never satisfied, Ricardo.
Just get these 2
satisfied.
wickets. Because they do have, like I said, Tommy Taylor can give it a bit of a tap, and then they got Matthew Waite after him that can hit it as well. So
He's looked like in the stream, that guy there.
Yeah, that guy's watching the stream, and that guy's had enough drinks now.
Well, if they're the cups that you get the deposit back, like, just get a deposit
Yeah, just
back.
go get your cash back, buddy. Yeah, to take it.
He's laughing.
Buy yourself some crisps for later.
Partnership of 10. Have we got some numbers on how quickly they lost wickets there, Aaron? Was it kind of one of those famous floods of like 4 in?
I'll get you the exact numbers of that. I was just going to make the point, though, that after the power play, the Rapids were 50 for 3. So since then, 47 for 3 in the next 8 overs.
Wow. That's under a run a ball. Yep. And obviously the wickets as well. This has been quite the capitulation if you look at it that way from the Worcestershire Rapids.
Mosley's back on, 3 for 10 so far. So
2 overs to go.
Yeah,
12 balls.
He's continuing his
Plenty
quest
of
to
time
get
to
up
get
here
yeah.
after the game, isn't he? That's all it's doing. He wants the bottle and he wants to come up and see us.
Yeah.
Fair play to him.
He enjoys it. It's nice to have him.
Nice you don't bring those glasses with him.
He loves the big moments.
Do you know, I'm going to ask OHD later because they all seem to be wearing these slightly bigger ones. So I'm going to guess there's something going on in the dressing room, but a job lot have arrived because even the women are wearing these bigger ones now.
It's the fashion, Adam.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
It's the fashion.
Oakley's. My fashion ended with flares, mate, in the 70s. That was the last time.
It's the fashion.
I was fashionable.
It's the Patrick Mahomes from Oakley's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
For those who are watching, you know Patrick Mahomes.
See, now he's quite fashionable and he's going, I see, Arctic. So
So
that just shows it's not just me.
No, I don't know about, like, sunglasses aren't really my avenue. Although you do talk yourself down. I don't know if you've noticed this or not, Adam Bridge, but you're wearing a hoodie with a bear eating a pear on it.
That is the high stakes of trend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Catch him. Catch him.
Chance
Catch
here.
him.
Yes, he's got him. And it's Lintop with the catch.
Big wicket that.
Taylor's on his way for 10, and it's 7 down for 98.
Dan Mousley just one away from that fourfer. That pocket is even though it's a short boundary there, as you can see on your screen from hitting towards the leg side, it's quite deeper as you're hitting towards long on, not as short as it is hitting square of the wicket. And they've just found, who is it out there?
Lintop.
George Garton. Is it Lintop?
Jake Lintop with the catch.
Jake Lintop with the catch, but that's 4 wickets for Dan Mosley. 4 for 11 from 2.4. What a performance from Warwickshire's MVP.
And I'm guessing best figures.
4 for 28. I was there for that actually at Headingley in 2023. Dan had an absolute field day. Hit my dad's seat with a 6 as well, so he had a great day in both departments there. But
where was your dad at the time? Where was your dad at the time?
We were sat in. It was the stand next to the Western Terrace.
So he was in the stadium.
So your dad was in the seat at the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh, you said he hit the seat. So where your dad gone? To the toilet or to get a pint?
No, while he was still very much in the seat. But yeah, so Dan Mosley here, 4 for 11. This is absolutely spectacular stuff.
One more to the total, 99 for 7.
This is
you
what
wanted 2 more. You got one.
Got one more. Be greedy. I want 2 more now. But this is what Derby Day is about. Winning the toss, choosing to bowl first. Really putting on a strong show here. This won't hurt the net run rate at all. As we can see, the last time we were here, we spoke about net run rate. What seems to be might be a tight table clash. Pushing for 2 here. Can they? No. Jake Lintop there doing the clean-up.
100's up, 3 off the over. Artif's on his way for a freshen up and a cup of tea before he comes back at the midway point. They've put the 100 up though. 15 overs gone here. Worcester 100 for 7, and another very good over courtesy of Dan Mosley. Another wicket, just 3 runs from it, and it's 100 for 7. Look at that after 15 overs. And OHD's come back as well to join the party.
I'm back. Well, that's gone well, hasn't it? We did
Very well.
Yeah, we did well.
Very well.
Dan Mosley. 4
Not
for
going to the last of
13.
this, are you?
Sure.
You need to shower with him more often. Because whatever you said, it did the job.
That was good luck, Charlie. I was showering.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd just done a session
Yeah.
to get ready for this. He was just watching, which is a bit odd, but there you go. There you go. He was just chatting to me.
5 overs to go then.
Picking your brains though.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to wash your head?
Yeah. Not much hair to wash anymore, but yeah.
Was that his first question? What shampoo do you use?
That was one of my dad's old lines. I used wash and go. Do you remember wash and go?
Yes.
He said I used to use wash and go, and it washed and went.
Here's Lintop. He's bowled well. Oh, that's a big hit. Well, Dorsham has decided.
Is that a crowd catch? Oh, he's put
Time
it
to
down
go.
in the crowd.
Yeah, there's a bit of rebuilding done there by Dorsham and Taylor, and now Waite. There's going to become a stage where Worcester perhaps think now's the time to get on with it. If we're all out, we're all out. Because if they just keep tapping it around, they might only get to 113. You'd probably think that's not enough. But if they give it a bit of a dip here, they might get up to 160.
I was going to say,
who knows?
If you're in the dressing room, what are you thinking at this point? Just try and get to 140 to give yourself a chance.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking he's up in the dip.
Dorsham has decided, and Dorsham.
It's a great effort there by Ed Barnard. It's the tough those boundary catches. We see them taking them these days. You got to get the time of the jump right. I think we've got to sort of get a bit lucky, but tried his best there, Barn.
Oh, he's got hands to it, hasn't he? Just
Got
couldn't
there.
quite parry it back
I think
in.
this is the over. He has to go because he's got the short leg side boundary there to him. Short straight pocket. Lefty versus lefty. He's got to play his matchup here, and he goes again. Does he get enough of it? Yes, he does. He does. Yeah.
I think right, Flash. I think the evidence says he's having a go here, isn't he, Mr. Dorsham?
This is his matchup. I think the next over from the other side, they might have to try to do that again with left hand, right hand.
I just wonder if might be a change of plan here from Linners. He might hang it a bit further outside off stump,
Or maybe come around the wicket.
Around the wicket to the short leg side, I think it'd be a dangerous
And then
play.
chuck it wide of him, then force him to try.
I think
Probably
it'd
go
be a
across.
dangerous play. I think.
Three.
I wonder if he might just chuck it outside of stump here, really wide, and
sixes in a row.
make him drag it.
3 in a row. What's he going? He's gone outside. It's a wide.
Yeah, it's gone wide outside off, which I think is a pretty decent plan. Unfortunately, a bit too wide. You can see what he's thinking there. It's good batting, to be fair. Like we say, they've got to go at some stage. There's some good hitting there by Dorcius.
I think they were scoring at a good rate, so a few good overs, and suddenly 140, 150.
And he's gone again.
Possible. Up in the air this
Straight
time.
up.
It is.
Garton's
Garton's underneath
it.
Yes, he's
and
got
he's
it.
nestled it.
Dorcius' cameo comes to an end for 26 off of 19 balls, and it's 119 for 8, and Lintott has a second.
Yeah, it's fair play. Like we say, we've got to go at some time. Some good hitting there from Dorcius, but Linners holds his nerve. Probably does chuck it out wide, maybe a bit slower, and then results in a bit of a cloth out to long off, and a nice catch there from Georgie Garton.
Indeed. He's on his way.
Coming well off the boundary, they almost caught that inside the 30-yard circle, so it's, again, good bit of athleticism to take that catch.
Singh is the new batsman. Yeah, it is a bit wider, isn't it?
And I'll be totally honest. You're bowling in T20 cricket, and it's a bit of a batter's game. It's designed to go for 6, and you go for 6 first ball. I think fair enough, good shot, and then you go for 6 second ball. I think, okay, that's another good shot, and then we all start to think, don't we? no, I do not want to be on the news tonight. Thank you very much. Just no. So yeah, Linners has held his nerve there. Not a nice situation there. Someone hitting it well to the short leg side boundary. That's not very nice to bowl, but he's held his nerve. It's a good catch by Georgie Garton.
Yeah, it is. That was up for a while. That clever ball. Singh's in. He'll face the last couple of balls here. Probably if Lintott's over.
Yep, Fateh Singh.
That's wide again.
A Nottinghamshire Academy graduate who must have managed to get. He's a good young cricketer. Pulls left arm spin and does bat well. He gives it a good whack when he wants to. We saw that last year in the 50 over comp.
20 for 8.
Oh, I'm not sure he's picked
That's
that.
a beautiful googly.
It's a googly there from Linners. I'm not sure. Mr. Singh picked it.
No. Coming back off the pads.
Look at those locks from Hassan Ali. What a beautiful haircut.
We're just jealous.
Look at that.
It is a stunner, isn't it?
I was asking him, he said, I think he had his last haircut this time last year in England.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
taken him a year to grow that.
Blimey.
Blooming lovely.
I think it might take you and I a decade. But there we go.
Very patchy as well.
What, me or you? 121 for 8 at the end of the 16th over. Last over coming from Dan Mosey then of his spell.
Really
4
want
for
him to get the
13
5.
so far.
4 for 13. I mean, come on, Dan. It's written in the stars, isn't it? Bang, bang. 6 for.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Second 6 for the campaign for the Bears. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Almost unheard of. And having it out there.
No, it's not unheard of, is it?
Well,
Because one happened last week.
maybe
So it's
twice.
right.
Twice in one season, bang bang. That's what I said.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, how many 6-fers do you get every season?
No, well, we've had one already.
Yeah, so 2 would be unheard of. Unprecedented. And Aaron could probably back me up on that. How
Yeah,
many
that's
times
fair.
have the Bears had a
That's fair.
6-fer in a T20 season?
Once.
Oh,
So they've had they've only ever had one 6-fer, which was this season. Hassan Ali. Also, just something to touch upon with Jake Lintott. He's just surpassed Neil Carter into 4th place.
Come
The
on,
Bears.
Wow.
slipping down the table now.
The left armour goes past the other left armour.
Well, it could get even worse if Dan Mosey gets a 6-fer here, because Neil Carter currently has the best figures in a Bears pairs match, 5 for 19,
Wow.
right here at EdgBLASTon in 2005.
Oh, wow, okay.
Brilliant cricketer, Carts. Used to whack it all over and bowl.
Oh,
Very
didn't he
heavy
just?
left arm seam.
Minging.
I think he does a lot of coaching there. Does he coaching in South Africa? He's a good man. Always once a bear, always a
Yorker.
bear.
Can we get run out bowlers?
Oh, he's fired that one in, isn't he?
He's darting in these Yorkers here, Mouse. To the left-handed Fateh Singh.
3
And
off
he is
the over.
quite tall though. That Mousley is very tall for a spinner.
Yeah.
So
you know,
them
6
Yorkers
foot-
are, yeah.
Yeah, 6'2", something
Yeah.
like that. Around the wicket
And
here
again.
to wait. Interesting that he's bowling to the short leg side boundary there, but he's still saying to wait. Nah, I'm just going straight Yorkers a day to hit me out, even though it's the shorter side really. So confidence confidence is high here for Dan Mosley. So in regards to the short edge, I don't care. I'm still going to nail my Yorker. Just slowed that one up a little bit.
Tried to tease him into a big drive there, didn't he?
Teased him into a nick.
One ball left to get this 5 foot.
What do you reckon? Give it a bit more air outside off stump.
No, I think this is going to be the fastest, straightest Yorker you can imagine for no mouse.
It's straight in. Straight in there with it.
And he's not got his 5 foot, but what a lovely spell of ball in there.
And he matches his best figures against, was it 4 for 90 or was that 4 for 21?
It was 4 for 28, so that is career best figures there for Dan Mosley. Also have got a very interesting stat for you gents, because in terms of the last time that the Bears won a Derby Day chasing, it was in 2014. The team batting first has won every single game since that day. So
What, here or both?
Here at EdgBLASTon. So the question that I wanted to throw to the three of you really is 127 for 8, so not many wickets left in the shed, but 3 overs left. What can Worcestershire realistically get up to, in your opinion?
Well, Waite's a fine batter. We saw last year he had an incredible last over. I think he hit 30 off the last over of this fixture. So he can bat. Fateh Singh can, but it's sort of a bit of a question as and when. Do they just tap it around now for the next over or two and then try go ballistic the last one? I think they were probably looking at trying to get up to 150 and probably knocking it around this over and going last 2.
150 is competitive, isn't it?
Yeah. A psychological number as well, isn't it? When you think about it. So
it gives you
this
something
would be
to
a
bowl
crucial
at.
over as well. How they go about facing Hassan Ali here. Do they look to take him on, like what Ollie's saying there? Do they look to knock him around and try go at 6s and then think, right, we got the short side boundary after this over, who's going to probably bowl it? Is it another one of the spinners? Is it going to be Moeen Ali, or is it going to be Garton or Barnard? Maybe we target that short leg side boundary there.
Yeah, Hassan Ali back into the attack. A bit of an indication there. I'm not sure he's going to go to death straight away here. He's thinking, these two are lower order batters. Not necessary to go to my Yorkers yet. He's just holding length really. He's on the top of the stumps. And it appears to me, as yet, they are sort of just looking for singles, not really looking for the boundary. Although the short leg side boundary is there for Fateh Singh, should he want it. It's a bit tougher for Matt Waite to the long side leg side boundary.
If they get to 150, do they walk out feeling, actually, the peril they were in, 150 is okay?
It's okay, it's a total, but I think this is a pitch that you'd like to be scoring probably closer to 180, 200 on, if I'm totally honest. So as much as getting to 150 would be a good job from here, I'm confident the Bears have done a good job there, and it shouldn't be enough. Although it's Derby Day and strange things happen in this lovely game of cricket.
But you think the start they had, for them to get 150, they'll be walking off thinking, boys, we haven't really capitalised on that.
We're going at 10 and over for the first 7 overs as well.
They would just think we've just about posted something respectable on the board. With a short leg side boundary, rapid outfield, flat pitch. I think 150 Warwickshire walk off, feeling the happier of the two sides.
Quick delivery there from Hassan Ali, banging it in.
Using a short ball.
What did he get up to, Hassan?
MPH wise, he's close to 90, I'd say. Yeah. Not many of us men left who can bowl 90 miles an hour, swing it both ways. Me, Ricardo Gordon, Hassan Ali. There's not a lot of us about.
I think
you and your pomp, Bridgie.
Yeah. I bowled spin.
Oh, did you? Okay. I meant off the bat. I meant off the. Hassan Ali in again to Fateh.
And he's got him. Clever bit of bowling there. Looks like an off cutter.
Yeah, it was definitely something slower. Took the pace off and leading edge of Fateh to Al Davis. Takes another good catch. How many is that for Devo this innings? 2?
And almost got one.
2 and 1 off the lid.
Yeah.
Should have been 3, dropped 1.
130 for 9. Hassan's got his first. 1 for 22.
I think that was clever bit of bowling there, bowling towards the lower order batters. We won't call him the tail. We'll respect our compatriots.
Yeah, exactly.
I think field sets was set really well. The 4 deep fielders out, 5 deep fielders out, 2 in the legs, 3 on the leg side and then 2 on the offside, and bowling a heavy length ball and using the change up here of the slow ball. Watch it closely on the replay. Strong off cutter. Following him. Fateh trying to back away, looking for that Field it over long off. Here we
We'll
go.
get a good look here. See if he just rolls his fingers down the side, a bit like an off spinner. Yeah.
See it there. The little finger comes off it a little bit. That
flick
is
off
it
it.
index. Yeah, comes off it.
Brings Duffy to the crease, and last ball Hassan's over. I'm not sure he's used his bouncer yet. He did bowl a short ball. I don't think it was called a bouncer, so see if he bangs it in here. No, it's just
Gone for the stumps. He's gone for the stumps.
He has. So now you're in a scenario where you just want to bat the 20 overs at this point. 130 for 9.
I think Waite might have a dip here
Do you think
because
so?
yeah, I think Duffy, Waite might be thinking, not sure how long Duffy's going to hang around. So while I'm here, I might as well, forget the overs now. Might as well have a dip while I can to the short leg side boundary. This might be his over, and if they miss out on the last over, then so be it. But Ed Barnard is back into the attack. Be interested to see what field he sets. Might give us a bit of a clue of what he might bowl, but I would think that Waite might have a bit of a dip here.
This is the over. He has no choice.
Early indications, I think he's setting a bit of a wide hole field. We've got short fine leg and we've got square leg in the ring, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep backward point and a deep cover. So this indicates to me he's going to bowl towards the wide line to try hide it from that.
Is Waite a ramper?
I'm not sure, but as you can see where Waite's standing there, he knows what he's
gone
up
all
to.
the way across. Yeah.
All the way across.
Right across his stumps.
He knows what Barney's
Oh,
up to.
does he get him? First ball.
It's a nice bit of bowling.
Good bit of fielding.
It's a nice shot and it's a nice bit of fielding. That's well done, everyone involved. It's a big, wide, slower ball. Waite picks it, tennis forehands it for 2 up to deep mid wicket, and I don't know who sure it was.
It's Gartz and Haney.
Gartz and Hayne do
teaming
the work.
up there, cleaning
Yeah,
it up.
see,
Look, he's right across.
he knows what he's up to.
Oh,
Oh,
Barn went for it.
he's got to do
Barn
is
went
just
for
get
it.
him on the
And I'm going to say again, another good bit of umpiring, because
Yeah.
if he was stood in his normal position, which is what the umpires have to sort of go with, that would have hit him on the shoe. You see how far he's across there? If he stood normally, that would have nailed him on the shoe. It's not necessarily every ball that goes on leg is a wide.
It's literally just.
Missed leg stump. So.
Yes, yeah.
Although it's Lancastrian, Shawnee, I think that's a good decision. Oh, that is a wide, I'd say.
Well, but again, same principle applies. Surely he's moved so far across. The distance that he's then bowled
Yeah.
outside the tram line.
You sort of add that
is
onto the wide
equivalent-
line,
yeah.
but I think that was probably a smidge too wide.
Okay.
As much as I'm a bear and I love Barney, I think that was probably a little bit
they do
too
move
far.
the wide line now.
The wide line
They
moves,
do.
yeah,
They
yeah,
do
yeah,
move
yeah,
it. So
yeah. But yeah, Barney bowling
Discretion,
wide
yeah.
here to try hide that shot.
good bit of bowling there.
Yeah.
I think with this sort of field, even though you've telegraphed it, you still have to think about how you're going to get into the over, what change-ups you can use to not be as predictable, and then how you're going to close out the over. And I think Barney's doing that really well here so far. Started off with, I'm going to bowl wide hole, but I've started with a slow ball. I've gone straight at the stumps, and now he's bowled like a little cutter wide of the stumps as well. So
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he goes a bit more traditional here to Duffy.
Slower ball.
Slow ball,
Duffy
catch
picks
him.
him up, and that's going to be it. It
Yeah.
is. Lintott with the catch, and the Worcester Rapids are all out. After 18 overs and 4 balls of their innings, they finish on 134. Duffy the last man to go. It's a wicket for Ed Barnard. He gets 1 for 19 from his 10 deliveries. Duffy's on the way for naught, and the Bears are going to be chasing down 135 for victory on Derby Day. A tremendous effort from Alex Davis and his side in the field. A slower ball to finish it off.
Matt Waite
from
not
Barnard.
looking pleased there. He's not looking pleased.
Back of the hand slow ball there. It's a brilliant bit of skill from Ed Barnard. And Duffy just clothing it out to Jake Lintott at long off, who's taken another good catch.
He waited for it, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did.
He just didn't quite get enough on it to get it over the ropes. And another catch for Lintott. Not as spectacular as the one he took earlier. This time much simpler, but well held anyway. And that brings to an end the Rapids innings on Derby Day. They've been bowled out for 134. So the Bears will be chasing down 135 for victory when we come back.
Every great team has its unsung heroes. The all-rounders, the heavy lifters, putting their organisation on the map. We're talking about you, the humble IT engineer, supporting EdgBLASTon across the season. They're the ones delivering, day after day.
$134 all out. The Worcestershire Rapids on Derby Day. My goodness, what happened, Rapids? Well, the Birmingham Bears have been absolutely outstanding. It looked like it could be tough going early doors with some big hitting from the opening partnership from Worcestershire, but from then, when the Bears took control, they really took control. 134 all out. OHD, as a top effort.
Yeah, I think the Bears changing room will be very, very happy about that. Mentioned a few times now, this is a good cricket wicket. This is nice to bat on. I would imagine par being about 180, so the Bears have done a good job there, especially after the start. Worcester got some great shots there by young Kashif Ali and Isaac Mohammed. But yeah, job well done from the Bears in the middle overs towards the end of that power play to restrict Worcester Rapids to 134. I think it's a very, very, very good effort.
It's the spinners that were key for me, Recorder. I mean, that little phase with Mosley and Lintott and the special catch. I tell you what, let's take a look at some highlights from that innings, and we can talk through them as we take a look at them. So here we're going to take a look at some of the best moments from that innings, where the Worcestershire Rapids were bowled out for 134 inside their 20 overs. So here we've got Dan Mosley, who ended up taking
not the best
ball. Not
the best ball he's ever bowled in his life.
really fast, low full toss. It works, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think because you can see what he was trying to do, cramping for room. He was trying to back away to give himself room to hit over the offside. Dan stuck to his plans. Not all the time you bowl your best bowler gets wickets. No. And sometimes you bowl your best ball goes for runs in T20, so you take them.
Yeah, and there's an element of surprise in there as well, surely, HT.
Yeah, and Isaac had looked very good, hadn't he? He played some brilliant shots straight down the ground, so to get him early was nice. And then a couple of balls later.
This is special. Just watch the keeper. No, sorry, it's the next one that I'm looking for. This is the one that went to extra cover.
That was Libby pretty early on.
And that was after we said he's going to bat very steadily. He just came out trying to horn it over deep extra cover. And he slipped as well, which had a bit insult to injury. Oh, There we go. Legs away. But I think Worcester probably was having a little bit of chat off air. We all know how good this wicket is. The amount of runs have been scored on it. You think, right, because the wicket is so good, we still got to keep that run rate going. We're scoring at 10s.
Yeah.
And you run the risk there of losing a lot of wickets, and that's what they've done today.
Dan Mosley.
So credit to the Bears bowlers who've really stuck well at it.
Dan, look at him.
Yeah, just bowled really well. This one beautifully timed.
Yeah, this is almost a bit of too good a timing.
Yeah.
He's been outwitted by his own talent there. Just going to clip it to mid-wicket for a single and times it that well. He's got that good a bat. Flies all the way to boundary and it's an easy catch.
Yeah, it really travelled in either side of that player, and he's picking himself up 4 runs probably, but just timed it too well. Adam Hose, not a happy homecoming for him.
Again, he looked dangerous, hadn't he? I think he got, 24, 17 balls. We all know how dangerous he can be. It was just sort of threatening to show us what we can do. And now this.
Right, here we go. Watch the keeper. Watch the keeper. Oh, my goodness, what a catch.
Was that Jake Lintott's first ball?
It was Jake Lintott's first ball. It was a low full toss, looking to sweep it. And we swept it straight into the lower mid-rip, the family jewels of Alex Davies.
The crowns.
The crown jewels. And he's managed to. What was really impressed most of us on commentary there was that he managed to hold up the ball and like Hassan Ali jumped on it. I think it's the last thing he wanted at that point. He was just trying to catch his breath.
No, that's a brilliant bit of work, and it took him a little bit of time to recover, understandably. Danny Briggs, the GOAT, as we all call him, he's leading wicket taker ever in the Blast, and again, he's bowled brilliantly today. Ethan Brooks can only chip this one to Tom Latham at short extra cover.
Yeah, it's a good catch though, nice diving catch.
And this is where the Bears really started to squeeze, didn't they? The run rate slowed down, the spinners whirled away as we know they can. And this is really where the Bears made great strides in this game.
The bear hug.
The bear squeeze.
Yeah, the bear squeeze, the big bear hug, the old Andre the Giant. It crept in there, and it was terrific. I'm really impressed with Danny Briggs. Great return for him with the ball as well. His 4 overs were extremely economical. In fact, I can tell you, Danny Briggs 4 overs, 2 for 20 for him in the end. Jake Lintott 3 overs, 2 for 27. And there was an appeal from Moeen. He didn't get anything for it on that occasion. Dan Mosley, though, the pick of the bowlers for me.
But again,
4 for 19 from his 4.
Yeah, another good effort there from Davo. And
oh,
Davo
here he goes.
He was in the thick of it today.
He really was.
Brilliant work from him.
He looked a bit like Tyson Fury when he was down on the mat for a second.
Yeah, and this was nice bowling from Linners. He'd weathered a storm there. Dwarshus can hit a good ball, and he'd whacked him for a few sixes to that short leg side boundary, and Linners held his nerve. Chucked it a bit wide, a bit slower. It's a nice catch there for George.
It's a horrible feeling as a batter as well, when you've just skied it and you're just waiting for the catch and you're sort of willing the fielder not to take it, but he takes it, and it was a terrific catch. And,
absolutely nestled in.
They tried to really go after the Bears, and they couldn't bat out all their overs in the end. The Worcestershire Rapids. The Bears are now in a very, very strong position in this game, and it's a big game. We kept talking about it. 4 points for a win, don't forget. Both these teams sitting on 12 points at the moment in the points table, and those 4 points ahead of the break that's going to be coming up. We're going to have county championship action over the next couple of weeks. That's going to be a pretty valuable morale boost going into the break. It's Hassan Ali as well.
Yeah,
outside edge, terrific.
Nice bit of ball in that little off cutter.
Clever.
Yeah. Excellent catch behind the stumps as well. Alex Davies, he's been in the wars today, but he's got some reward for his effort.
Yeah, he'll be straight out to bat here as well. He's got a sore head and a sore something else. And he'll be straight out to bat here and hopefully get the Bears off to a flyer.
I don't know why it's so funny. It just is, isn't it? It just is.
As long as you're okay, it's funny.
As long as you're okay, exactly.
Yeah, when you're okay, it's funny.
Hey, when somebody gets hurt, then absolutely not.
Yeah.
No laughing.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful atmosphere here at EdgBLASTon. 10,000 plus tickets sold today as well for today's action. So thank you so much to everybody who supported the day and our stream. If you're watching, remember to give us a thumbs up as well and leave some comments. Yeah, big thumbs up, subscribe, comment, like, share, follow, all of it, or do all those things. And if you can, get yourself down to EdgBLASTon, because on a night like tonight, it is a true picture with the sun beginning its slow descent in the distance, the beautiful landscape of Birmingham, the other side of the ground, and it's just been a terrific day. Earlier today, the Bears women were successful over the Blaze, a 24-run victory for them, which has pushed them to second place in the tables in the Women's Vitality Blast. A win for the Bears here today. This could raise them up that table as well, and this will be good for a team as well, Ricardo. That there's so much build up about the Bears. There always is. People always sort of expect big things from them, but they've kind of been unsuccessful in getting to that finals day, and it's been several years now since the Bears were at a finals day. It's something they're all striving for.
Yeah, I think since 2014, me and Al was involved in that. In our first victory in in this competition or format, and then 2015 we got to finals day again. I think we created that weight of expectation that Warwickshire actually have become like a really good T20 format outfit, and we've been very close. I think we've got a method of how we play. You can see that with the Bear squeeze with the spinners in the middle. We found a very good formula with the power hitting now. Like before, we probably said we probably short a few power hitting batters, but you see the batting lineup that we've got now is filled with power all the way down to number 11. So you think, there's a formula there, and I think games like these where we've done half a job really, really well. Now you got to come out and say, let's be clinical, let's be ruthless and complete the job. I think we're talking earlier on about net run rate. Does it really come into it? If it does, we don't need to be. We can see, yes, it's a very good pitch, but against good bowlers, if they do get it right, it can be quite difficult. If you got to get a bit too erratic with your stroke play.
You certainly do. It's going to be a fascinating second half to this game, and it's a beautiful evening here in Birmingham, as you can see there, that beautiful skyline in the distance. And lots of fans here, lots of people ready to enjoy some action. Maybe there'll be some fireworks up top from Birmingham Bears opening pair, looking to wrap things up here and help their net run rate. OHD, I think you're sticking around. Me and Ricardo are going to take a break, and taking us through commentary for the innings is going to be Adam Bridge.
Yeah, first over from the pavilion end is going to be from Tom Taylor for Worcester. Got a slip in, and watch out here. Tom Taylor has got brilliant habit of bowling massive in swingers to right-handers that cramp them up the room, but often take people by surprise. He'll come round the wicket to left-hander and swing it away from the lefty. We know these white Kookaburra balls don't swing for a great amount of time. However, he does swing it brilliantly early on, so just watch out, Dave. If I were you, he's going to swing it in and try get your stumps, I'd imagine.
Tricky customer as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a good cricketer. He can bat and bowl and field. He's a fine cricketer.
Here he is then, to get us underway, to Dave Owen. Immediately gets one ducking into him.
As I said, he swings it in sharply. He really does, and it can be. You don't often see in swing these days in the professional game, so it can be quite difficult to face. But he's very good at it, and it's perhaps hit Al. It's somewhere close to where he got hit earlier whilst taking a catch.
Yeah, roll of the eyes from him.
In the water there, bless him.
He is. Tom Taylor with the decent start with his first ball. Beautiful evening in Birmingham. Absolutely stunning tonight. Ground looks fantastic. And talking of fantastic, that's a great shot from Alex Davis. He's only going to get 2 for it. Just timed it beautifully.
Yeah. Fielded out there by Jake Libby. Nice tidy bit of work, and the Bears are off the mark with 2 runs off the second ball.
How's Tommy Taylor's season going so far, Aaron?
Well, interestingly, only 4 wickets so far for Tom Taylor, although the caveat is he had only played 4 matches before this game. But just to echo what OHD's been saying, definitely watch out for those hooping in-swingers. They do really deviate a lot through the air.
Here he is again. It's coming back into Davo again.
So here's a question. As a bowler in T20 cricket, you said they're wickets. Does it actually matter? Is your run rate or your economy more important? Who's had a better season? Someone who gets 10 wickets but goes at 10 runs and over, or someone who gets 2 wickets but goes at 5 runs and over in T20 cricket? We all love wickets, but in this format.
And I think Aaron can provide the kind of numbers to kind of deliver. But for me, I think in T20 cricket, wickets change the course of games. Yeah, and that's why they become important. I mean, we'll get a steer from the main man as a lovely shot from Latham to get off the mark. Just one. Take, for example, earlier today in the women's game, I think the thing that won them the game was the dot balls, wasn't it?
Yes,
it was. The lack of conceding runs. They had 40-odd.
Yep, 46 in the end.
Blaze had 46 dot balls in their innings compared to the Bears 37 in the end. So there's 9 extra dot balls kind of made a huge difference.
Yeah, that's fair.
But what numbers say?
Well, I just think sometimes if I get 3 for 50 in a T20, have I bowled as well as someone who gets then none for 20?
Good question. Yeah.
I think sometimes it's more about economy.
Oh, he's gone right through there. Well, there's got to be some bat on that, wasn't
it? Big in swing. I wonder if maybe it's bounced. I wonder if it's a bit high. I wonder if it's going over the stumps. It's hitting, somewhere near the waistline, high on that back thigh pad. I wonder if it's going over, but it's again nice delivery. Those in swingers we've mentioned.
Feels like he's beat him all ends up there.
Yeah, it's jagged in. Swings the ball nicely. He thought it was a bit of a celeb appeal, wasn't it? He thought it was out, did Tom Taylor?
He did.
Wasp,
and on
96%.
Second view, what are you thinking?
I think it's high.
You think it's too high?
Unless I don't think.
I was going to say, if you were bowling though, you'd be mightily.
I could understand why he's giving that out. It looked high to me.
Okay, 4 without loss. Yeah, only 6% win chance for the Bears. We'll see how that pans out as the game goes on.
Interested how it's not.
It's never that simple,
calculated,
is it? No. 1 into the leg side to complete the over. 5 from it. 5 without loss. And Davies on 4. Latham just with 1 single to his name. And let's see what we've got up the other end.
We've got Duffy. I think we've got the big Kiwi overseas who bowls sharply. He bowls quickly. He swings it away from the right-handed batter. He bowls quite heavily. He's tall. He gets bounced. He's a good bowler, good overseas bowler. But he's a man Tom Latham will know very, very well. Tom Latham, obviously, Kiwi opening batter in the Test side. Duffy's someone he's faced a lot of, I'm sure. So he'll have told Al Davies and the lads what to expect. But he's still a good bowler, is Duffy. So if I was, betting man here, I think Worcester have got to come hard in this power play. Try to get wickets while this ball's new, whilst it's swinging. I would imagine if the Bears finish this power play non-down, for 40, 50 runs, then it's going to put a big dent in this total. And it'd be tough to win from there for the Bears. So we've got to come hard early, try to get some wickets. And so they're attacking with a slip. Adam Hose at first slip. Duffy comes in today, but that's zippy. Zippy pace. Devo, there's a nice off drive for a single that brings Latham on strike.
What's he like in the dressing room?
Fellow countryman. Latham?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's what you expect from a Test cricketer. He's cool, calm, collected. He knows, he's a good pro. Knows what he's about. Loves his bats. Bit of a bat badger. He's around everyone in the changing room asking him, not me. I didn't know. That was rubbish. But your Sam Haines, your Dan Mouseys, your Wokeses. He's sort of saying, what weight is this? What grip have you got? He's very particular about his bats, which I think most Test openers probably are. Here we go.
A bat nerd. It's allowed.
Yeah. Try to sneak a single there.
He feels like he's really eased into this T20 campaign as well. He just seems to be getting better with every innings.
He's just a good player, isn't he?
Yeah.
You look at that 4 defensive there, I think, gosh, that looks solid as a rock. He's a test opener. He's going to be good at playing a 4 defensive around the top off stump. But also, the way he can manipulate the field, the strong shots we've seen him play over square legs, sort of stand-up sweeps, is probably something I wasn't really expecting from him. But, he's just a fine player. And it's probably a nice lesson that, you don't have to be scooping it and whacking it back over the bowler's head to score runs at times. I think his strike rate's been well above 100 and probably 130, 140 for most of his campaign, and he's accumulated early and then got on with it, playing those shots over to the leg side later in his innings.
Well, I was going to say, when you consider the Bears in the past have gone for a Maxwell and a Sterling and, those swashbuckling, big hitting overseas players, actually, this feels like a kind of a really sensible approach.
Yeah, like I say, sensible, but gosh, I don't know what his stats are. Perhaps Aaron can tell us, but he's scored brilliantly at a good strike rate. It's just probably a nice lesson. I think, people can play in all formats.
We'll let Aaron open up his Tom Latham tab while Davo just pops that along for a dot ball, and your Tom Latham tab tells us.
Well, he's the Bears' leading run scorer so far this season. 236 runs, averaging a touch over 30. And yeah, Ollie, in terms of that range, pretty much bang on the money. 135.6 is the strike rate. So yeah, he's been in very good form, and especially in the past few matches, 250 plus scores certainly has been a key cog for the men in blue.
And I'd say it's very rare to sit here at this stage of the campaign and Sam Hain not be the leading run scorer for the Bears. That's going to go all the way to the ropes for 4. Yeah. Nice shot from Alex Davis. He's really dug that out off his toes.
Yeah, a bit of a pitch there from Duffy. But yeah, David digs it out, clips the mid wicket. 4 runs.
11 without loss. Davo's on to 9.
Yeah, perhaps just a little bit of an indication. We talked about these white balls can be a bit temperamental, and I'm not sure I'm seeing loads of swing here anymore. So the Worcester bowlers might just have to adjust to, if it's not swinging, adjust the lines. You bang the middle of the pitch a bit more, that heavy back over length. Don't get the movement they want in the air.
Last ball of the second over, and the attempted scoop is dropped, and they'll get 1 for it. And the score moves on to 12 without loss after 2 overs.
Every great team has its unsung heroes. The all-rounders, the heavy lifters, putting their organisation on the map. We're talking about you, the humble IT engineer, supporting EdgBLASTon across the season. They're the ones delivering, day after day.
Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous?
Who needs the hills of Yorkshire, mate?
Look at that.
When you've got the beauty of EdgBLASTon.
A genuinely gorgeous evening, good crowding.
And a great shot from Davo. He's just smeared that through the covers before.
That is a brilliant cricket shot. Oh, on the up. Not a lot wrong with the ball. over extra cover, 4 runs.
I don't ever recall seeing an innings where Davo doesn't look in good nick in the T20 Blast.
Do you say the same about me when I'm back?
Always. But, you know, sometimes he gets to 20 and then it all kind of goes a bit wrong because he doesn't. But he always looks. It's never like he's never scratching around.
Yeah, he's a crisp striker of the ball.
He is,
He's in funny areas, particularly back foot shots, pulling and cutting. He absolutely whacks it. So yeah, no, he genuinely always gets us. Gets off to a good start, and as we just mentioned, Tom Latham has been brilliant this year, assisting him. So yeah, they're a good opening pair. Again, right and left hand are always difficult to bolter.
We mentioned earlier about Sunday. It's Champo cricket.
That's right.
It's going to be warm, isn't it? I mean, are you backing Davo to win the toss?
I've had my eye on it. I think it's going to cool
first.
down a smidge to somewhere near the mid-20s. But yeah, I think it's still going to be warm. We're playing these next 4 rounds are Kookaburra ball games. So
I was going to say, is it time for the Kookaburra?
Yeah, which is great fun as a bowler. They've got no seam. They swing for 2 overs and they do nothing for the next 88. So that's good fun. But no, it's a good test. Somerset are a good team. I'm sure they'll be at full strength. You know, the Overtons, your Leaches, they'll all be out. And hopefully, I mean, I've obviously seen up at the test that unfortunately Jacob Bethel's missed out. But I'm hoping he might be on the way down.
Should have been on the way for tonight.
Depending which way he goes. Is he going to go down the M6 or the M1? Who knows? But hopefully he might be on his way down to play for us this weekend, which will be absolutely brilliant for him to stake his claim to get back in that test side. And hopefully we can reap the rewards for that.
Stake his claim to get back in the Bears team on a regular basis.
We'll pick him. Taylor in again. That's a pick-up
That's a
pull.
beauty, that.
I did say he picked it up well. Back of a length, Davo. He's obviously quite a slight man, and as you quite often find, the smaller gents get used to facing back of a length deliveries from a very young age, and he's very good off the back foot. Is Davo. That's a great shot. To the long side, that is a big hit to go out there and clear Ethan Butcher's head easily. The swing we saw earlier in that first over has now disappeared. I'm saying. So the Bears have weathered that new ball storm, and now hopefully reaping the rewards for a good pitch and the ball not swinging around quite so much. 24
without loss. Davo's on to 20, flying off 12 balls.
That's a good answer there from Tom Taylor. Nice heavy length somewhere near the top of the stumps, and Davo can only block it for a dot ball.
But also, you're 12 off the over already, so you're in a scenario where when you're only chasing another 111 to win. You get to it, you don't need to do anything silly, do you, at that point?
Got the think tank there. Best seats in the house there on the veranda. It's basically the sight screen for the test match. But it can often be.
Is that the think tank? Is that where you had your appraisal earlier, was it?
I did, actually. That's exactly where I'm out in the sunshine. Yeah. Told me what I was doing wrong. It was fine. Very good. Tommy Taylor's coming again today, though. Full of this time.
Great shot.
Absolutely whacked it over his head for 4. I don't know if that was a change of pace. It was a tiny bit slower to me. I don't know if it went slow ball, but just whacked it back over his head for 4.
He did, and it's a really good over for the Bears again. And Davo with a 6, couple of 4s as well. 24 off 14 for him. 28 without loss. 3 overs gone, and all ticking over very nicely. Only another 107 more required off 17 overs. A run rate of 6.2. What's the approach here? I know you guys were talking about it in the midpoint. Is it to get it done ASAP? Is that always the way, just because of run rate, net run rate?
Well, first and foremost, try and win the game.
Yeah.
And hopefully this power play goes well for the Bears. None down. It might get to the stage where the Bears are thinking, right, let's win this quickly because net run rate and things come into play later in the tournament. So first and foremost, try to get to 50 for none, get through the power play, I'd say, and then after that, maybe try to think to get it done quickly. Dosh into the attack with that lovely moustache.
It is.
Shades of Freddie Mercury there. Left armour coming into Tom Latham. He pulls it incredibly hardly on the back foot.
Oh, it's been well stopped.
What a piece of work there by Ethan. He's a brilliant fielder. Out in front of the Hollies there. Even I think the Hollies are applauding that because that is an absolutely unbelievable piece of work. He saved his side 2 runs. Brilliant hard pull.
He's the only fielder out there on that leg side.
Did that well. Managed to keep his pants on as well, which is a good effort. Yeah, that's a fine bit of work by Ethan Brooks there.
Score moves on to 30.
Tommy Latham pulling out. Fly bothering him.
So Jordan Thompson coming?
Yeah, I mean, the big show. they call him. He liked a bit like him and Dan Mosley are fantastic friends from various England Lions and under-19s excursions together.
In the air for a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was aerial. Nice ball from Dorcius. But yeah, he's a fabulous cricketer. You know, 3D cricketer. Bats, balls, fields, all brilliantly well. Obviously, you know, come through the Yorkshire system. I'm a bit surprised they're letting him go, if I'm totally honest. A bit surprised he's leaving. But what a fantastic cricketer for us to get. Plays all formats. He's got the X factor about him. He wants to play in the big occasions. So they call him the Big Show. He's a great asset, and, you know, exciting that he's going to come next year.
Yeah, excellent all-rounder. It's been picked up by the Bears for next season from Yorkshire.
It's always nice having another Yorkie in the
I was
team,
going to say you'll like
I've
that,
been
won't
surrounded by Lancastrians.
Oof.
Got Davo, Richard Gleeson, Simon Kerrigan's on the coaching staff. So yeah, it's nice to have another Yorkie.
Is it just you? You're the only Yorkie?
Yeah.
Since Rhodesy went?
Yeah, Rhodesy left, so now it's just me. So I'm glad to have another fellow Yorkie in the changing rooms, even it up a little bit.
Do we know which team he supports?
He's from Guiseley, so I'm guessing he's Leeds. Yeah,
Leeds,
he's from
yeah.
Guiseley area.
Yes, there's a nod coming from our Yorkshire expert in the corner.
Slower ball.
He's gone for that. I'll tell you what, that's a clever shot
That
because
is
it was a slower ball.
Bit of a tennis shot,
Yep.
bit of you know, high forehand down the line. It's a nice bit of bowling actually. I think it was a slow ball. It was back with it, bounced a bit on Davo, but he's waited for it and slapped it through sort of extra cover mid off for four.
He adjusted himself brilliantly there, didn't
Yeah, just waited and waited and waited. Great bit of batting.
35 without loss, cruising along here. 2 balls left in the 4th over.
Yeah, cruising along. Worcester are, you know, probably desperate for a wicket here.
Targets 100 more. It's a lovely shot as well.
Ethan Brooks in the action.
Going to go for 2, are they? Well, they both
that's a
can't
brilliant-
make their mind out. I think that was the right call to
That's
settle
an
for 1.
That's an awesome bit of work from Ethan Brooks there. He's stopped another run. It looked like an easy 2, but down and up quickly, got the ball in. I think Dave was just saying to Tom Latham there, let's not bother taking 2 to him again. He's good. He's good out there.
David's got a 50 this season, hasn't he?
He has, yep. Also had a very good campaign just in terms of raw numbers. Before this match, had 184 runs for the Bears.
Feels like he's always making a contribution. Oh, Latham's gone for that one. He knows straight away that's up in the air. Big call, and the catch taken in the end.
That was a good catch.
Yeah.
You know,
Captain takes responsibility.
that has gone a long way in the air. There was some good hang time on that. I think in the old Cricket AM show they used to have a hang time timer, didn't they, to say how long it was in the air, but that was in the air a long time. Good catch in the end.
He was. Latham's on his way for 6. 36 for 1 then. And that is the end of the 4th over. Adam Hose with a catch. Dorcius takes the wicket and the Bears lose their first.
Yeah, just a bit of a back of a length delivery. Obviously Tommy Latham tried to give it a whack over to the leg side. Could only top edge it, but yeah, good catch there by Adam Hose. Nice early call there, said mine, get out of the way. It's a nice catch.
Yeah, he steadied himself well. Ended up on his backside taking it. Took a while to judge that correctly, I think.
Tom Taylor didn't want a bit of that, did he? He was like, nope, yours. Good
you
call,
can have
Adam, you can have that.
It's all yours, Gaffer.
And here we go, the man of the moment. He's already got 4 for today, 4 for nothing, and Dan Mosley is coming to the crease.
And that's the thing with Dan. When he takes wickets or scores runs, he tends to do the other discipline pretty well on that day as well. He's a real confidence player.
Look how clear the sky is. You can see,
it's beautiful.
You can see Worcester Cathedral from here. That's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, it's amazing how often that happens. You bat well, you bowl well, it all sort of bleeds into one. So if confidence side one, it often helps the other. We'll see Duffy again now from the pavilion end.
Yep, change of ends for him.
He's gone death, he's gone full. Squeezed out to third man.
For 4.
Can't be stopped, it's 4 runs.
He did a little road trip to Worcester. Was that last season or the season before?
Did, yeah. It was Matt Collis at the time, who's since left. He was our media man for a while. Did a road trip around Worcester, got me doing all sorts, blooming defacing statues and having a bit of banter with the locals. That wasp thing's up to 99% now. I'd love to know they calculate that.
40 for 1.
Come full here, Duffy. I don't know if this is a ploy. I don't know if he's meaning to. He's certainly not got the long off and deep mid wicket you'd expect if he was going Yorkers. But his last few deliveries, we saw in his last over, he banged a Yorker in, and these last 2 there have been very, very full. maybe just losing his footing a bit, or something not quite right. But I'm surprised he's going so full.
Davo looks really frustrated with himself there.
Well, it can be. It's funny sometimes if you get the impression, he pulls good pace to Duffy, but if you get the impression he's not entirely sure where it's going, it can be quite hard to face.
No, that's what he was frustrated about the ball before. He didn't dispatch it. He doesn't make that mistake a second time. 4 more to the total.
I think it was a slow ball. I think Duffy there's gone for a bit of a slowie, but again a full toss. So not quite doing what he wants here, Duffy. I'm not sure why. It can be tough sometimes. A bowler, every day is not the same. You slip a little bit, or the ball feels a little bit different. So it's not the easiest thing at times being a bowler when people try to whack you around the park. So we've got a bit of sympathy for Duffy here. It's a good answer though, a good heavy back of a length delivery that David can only hit to mid on for a dot.
Hollies is looking busy. Right hand side, as you would imagine on tonight, over 10,000 in.
Yeah, that's a good crowd, isn't it? And getting the money's worth. We saw in the double header earlier, the Bears women winning pretty easy in the end against the Blaze, which is a fabulous victory. I think it now means that the Bears women goes to second. There's a nice clear daylight in the top 3 in that group about who might qualify for the T20 finals there. I think it's the top 3 qualify.
It is, yeah. The winners go straight through to the final. Second and third play a semi-final down at the Kia Oval. It's at the end of July, so much sooner than finals day for the men's blast.
Yeah, it's at the end or middle of September, the blast finals there.
It is for this year.
A bit chillier. Hopefully it's 30 degrees then, but it's quite often not. It'll be a bit. Bring your jumpers that day. Dan Miles, they haven't faced the ball yet. And yet he's complaining he needs something. He's either brought the wrong glove or forgotten to bring a wristband or not faced the blooming ball. Think about the poor 12th men there. They've been told today, listen, you're not playing, but you're going to have to wait hand on foot on blooming Dan Mosley. He was going to forget to bring the right thing. I think this might be a short ball here. He's put 2 men out on the leg side. It's not a short ball, he's bluffed him.
And it's down the ground for 4.
4 runs. He put fine leg back there and deep square leg back, saying, I'm going to bowl short. He's bowled full, trying to bluff him. I said he bowled fluff there. I got muddled up there.
I thought you were going to say he bowled filth.
He bowled full, trying to bluff him. And Al Davis is well up to it, and it's him back over his head for 4.
At 12 off the over. Good over for the Bears. Davo's on to 41 of the 48 that have been scored so far. 87 more required. He's taken 22 balls as well.
Yeah, he's hogged the strike a bit. When Tom Latham got out, he faced 8 balls. I feel like he hogged the strike a bit there, Davo.
Certainly has, and Mosley yet to face a ball. He's about to now.
Hopefully he's got the right gloves on. I don't know if the 12th man ran on or not there, but look at that mustache. That's magnificent, isn't it?
I think Dorshers feels like he was one of the first to go with this.
Yeah. There was a stage where Mitch Johnson got brought it back, didn't he, and then bowled absolutely rapid and won on the Ashes with his big luscious moustache.
He did. Mosley.
It's a good shot, first ball.
It was in the air
slightly
for a little
aerial, but hit it crisply to mid-off. Dan will be down at Netherwhitty Cricket Club tomorrow. He loves it down there. That's his local village. That's where he lives. He'll be down rolling the square early for him, or putting the markers out for the boundary. He absolutely blooming loves it.
How does he do that?
He loves it.
I know he did that social media for a while. He's still doing that?
I don't know, but he loves it down there. He'll be down there tomorrow. Don't know who they're playing, but good luck to them.
No, to be fair, when I saw him last Saturday night, he said he'd been down there in the morning.
Yeah.
Doing his thing. Well, that's a good shot as well to get off the mark, isn't it?
And
Ethan Brooks is going to try and cut it off, but he's not going to get there.
Not quite able to get there that time, but really good effort from Ethan Brooks out there.
50's up.
Banged it in Dorshus there, but Dan Mosley equal to it, pulling it crisply in front of square. Zips off the square.
52 for 1. Midway through 2 balls into the 6th over, the 50 up.
Yeah, and Bears have made good inroads early here, going at 10 and over. Worcester really need to take a few more wickets if they're going to sort of make a contest of this.
Mosley now using his feet, giving the charge to Dorshus just for a single. 53 for 1. The run rate required now just over 5.5 and over.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, I wonder if the Bears now will just start to think, okay, let's try and get this done as quickly as we can. Net run rate and whatnot all comes into play.
You've been out mixing with your people?
I have.
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I have been out mixing with the people. I was in the Hollies.
With your public.
Yes.
53 for 1.
That's a late pull out.
Yeah,
what's going
on
on there?
moved up there. No, I didn't have this time.
Dorsh's not happy. Davo pulled out really quite late there, and that is quite annoying as a bowler. You've used up all your energy. You're just about to get to the crease, and Davo pulls out. I think because Dan Mosley did something. I don't know what he did there, but Dan Mosley, I think, put him off at the non-striker's end. God knows doing what. But Davo not happy with his partner there for distracting him as the ball was about to bowl. And yeah, feel for Dorsh a bit there, because he just legged it in 20 metres and had to pull out.
Here he comes in this heat. That's not pleasant.
No.
Cut away by Davo just for one. Kashif Ali doing the fielding. 54 for one. Did you see much of Davo's masterclass so far? Has he been hogging the bowling?
I have. It's been great to see, and been very well received by the crowd here at EdgBLASTon as well. From downstairs, particularly in the Holly stand where I was in the second row, you get a beautiful sense of the atmosphere here. It's so lovely. The lights have flickered on here as well, and there's just a great vibe here at EdgBLASTon. It's a magical place on Friday nights.
Dan Mosley down the track. Dorsh sees him, bangs it in. But Mouse has clobbered it over long on for 4. Hell of a bit of cricket there. It's actually a good ball. He's noticed him coming. He's dug it in, as he's entitled to do. But
synchronised. The synchronised swinging of 4s.
Mouse has whacked it nearly for 6.
Well, he didn't really get a hold of it in a way. I think it climbed on him a bit, and he sort of muscled it out towards long on, and he didn't get a sweet contact, but enough to beat the fielder.
Yeah, Mouse gesticulating there that if you do that again, that's going for 6 in that direction. Watch the next time, son.
See if he starts advancing down the wicket again this time. No, he stayed still this time. And it's going to be a dot ball, and that completes the power play. And Aaron, the Bears 58 for 1. How did that compare with how the Rapids got on in their first 6 overs?
Well, we spoke about it a bit earlier, didn't we? The Rapids were 50 for 3 at the same stage, so the Bears actually outcompeting them in both metrics at the moment, both in terms of runs and wickets lost. This is exactly the kind of start that the home side are after, so hopefully more of the same in this partnership between Davis and Mosley, and yeah, from here on out, hopefully some sensible cricket from the Bears.
I do feel we need to clarify, you are wearing shorts there, Aaron, because at the moment all we can see your legs. We can't actually see your shorts.
I am.
So just for clarity, he does have shorts on.
For now.
For now.
Look at that. Absolutely magnificent.
So I thought you were talking about Aaron's legs again for a moment. No, we've moved on to the skyline of EdgBLASTon.
Equally magnificent. Crowd in here. An Arsenal fan? How have we let him in? Is he allowed in an Arsenal shirt? Davo down the pitch.
Oh, he's not got all of that. He's going to be in trouble here, and he's gone.
First ball for Fateh Singh. Davo obviously thinking young spinner. I'm going to try put some pressure on him.
Tom Taylor with a catch.
For the second time tonight, spinner getting a wicket with the first ball. Nice catch out there by Tom Taylor. Davo not quite getting it. It's an easy catch.
On his way for 42 off 23. Looked in such good nick. But Singh strikes, and it's 58 for 2.
Yeah, he might have done enough, actually, Davo, to make himself the Talbot's Law Player of the Match. We'll wait and see. It's a tight one at the moment between him and Mosley and Danny Briggs as well, but it's a terrific effort, and it just really took that power play away from Worcestershire. I mean, I know Worcestershire had a similar power play initially, but because of the context of knowing the chase that's in front of them, to bring that required run rate all the way down below a runner ball, he's kind of done the job already as Alex Davies, and he can walk off thinking he's helped his team put 1 foot towards 4 points.
Yeah, you would think so. Sam Hain coming in, and actually, OHD, I mean, someone like Sam now to come in and pace this run chase is probably perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is what Sam's brilliant at, accumulating, getting his singles to mid-wicket, and then quite often you look up and think, he's actually just hit a few 4s, and he's all of a sudden scored 30 off 20 balls. So it's what he does brilliantly. It's the reason he's the leading run scorer ever for the Bears in T20 cricket, and he's straight into his work with a single out to the offside. Mouse a bit different. It'd be interesting, Mouse, whether he goes down the Davo school to put some pressure on the young spinner. Mouse has got a short leg side boundary to deal with here, so it'd be interesting to see if he plays his shots. He obviously likes his sweeps and reverse sweeps. He's very modern in that way.
Smacks of a sweep, doesn't it? This.
Yeah, no, I'm slightly surprised here that Fateh Singh's blowing round the wicket, because the short leg side boundary is to Mouse's leg side. So I'm slightly surprised that he's sort of bowling into that area. But he's perhaps saying to Mouse, go on, you've just lost a wicket. I dare you to try whack me for 6 first ball after that.
Just be one. Slightly short and muscled into the leg side really by Mosley. He was on to 10. 60 for 2.
It often happens with the sort of short, the sort of spinners who keep it quite flat and fast. When it gets onto you a little bit quickly and you get that little short arm pull out and find these strange areas of the ground. But that's all they have to do at the moment. The Bears well ahead.
Yes, fast bowler from Fateh, zipped in, back of a length and cramping Haney for room.
It's got not dissimilar to Dan Mosley actually, the way he bowls.
Yeah, just left arm, a bit faster, a bit of a combination between Briggsy and Dan Mosley.
So the other day, Baby Hayne on the way.
Yeah.
You'll be around changing nappies?
Himself? No, I'm sure it'd be absolutely fantastic, Haney. Exciting stuff.
How was the wedding?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It was in...
Because you were on duties, weren't you?
Yeah, I was MC, is that the word? MC?
That was it, Master Ceremonies at the Hayne wedding?
Yeah, it was in Byron Bay in October last year. It was an awesome trip, just to sort of go to that part of the world. And then, to a brilliant wedding. It was great.
Yep, sounds great. We've got 7 overs gone here, 61 for 2. Here comes Matthew Waite.
Yeah, a bit of a change of ball in here. Good honest seamer, he's weighty. He, not going to bowl 90 miles an hour, but bangs away somewhere in the top of off stump. 80 miles an hour, or somewhere in that region. He'll use his changes of pace. He'll nibble it around, but he's a good cricketer.
I like the win and score percentage for the Bears at the moment. 99%. That's pretty emphatic.
It was 96 when the ball had been bowled the first. So OHD's. I think he's a bit questioning the methodology.
Aaron, is that you? Where does Ross come from?
Oh no, he's 100% all the time.
Yeah,
Aaron.
where does
top
that come
positivity.
from? Who is Wasp? Where are they? Where are we getting this stuff from?
There was a fly in here earlier. I don't know if he's a mate or pal. It was irritating.
Wait, comes
Artif will be able to tell us how it's created.
Going full.
Yeah. Well, it's the win and score percentage, so it's not just the win; it's related to the score as well. Yeah, there you go. Does that shed enough light on it? Do I need more?
Well, not really. I mean, it doesn't provide any context to how it's calculated.
Well, listen, I can't step on Aaron's toes. I'm going to let him jump in and explain.
Well, to be honest, I can't explain. No, there is a reason why, because I don't have access to the database, but we'll touch upon it after this delivery from Matthew Waite.
So there is a theory behind it.
Oh, wowzers, trousers. What a shot that is.
What did I say about Sam Hayne taking it cool and taking it easy?
That is a fabulous shot. Down the pitch. Bit of a clip to the leg side. Smite for 6. Wowzers.
It's a terrific shot. It's reminiscent of a shot he played about 3 or 4 games ago here at EdgBLASTon. It was a Friday night, and things were getting a bit dicey, and he stepped across his stumps just like that, flicked the ball over the mid-wicket boundary.
Bit of Kevin Peterson in that.
Yeah.
Flamingo shot, whipping it through the leg side.
It's graceful and destructive in equal measure.
Yeah. And it's brought all sorts of changes. The keeper's now up to the stumps. The third man's up and dropped to deep mid-wicket. It's a bit of a spinner's field here. He's got all his leg side out, including fine leg, and offside up apart from deep cover.
Ethan Brooks still out there.
Haney again clipping him mid-wicket. I've just had a message from Mouse's dad.
Oh, okay.
Rich Mousey said he's not on the ground staff tomorrow at Nether Whittaker. Mouse is doing the teas.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
How about that? What a club man. Club man of the year.
Are we talking the cakes and the sandwiches as well as
I don't
tea?
know. He's just said he's doing the teas. So
Okay.
the great Warwickshire public out there, if you fancy a nice cucumber sandwich tomorrow, get down to Nether Whittaker CC and Dan Mosley will be either serving it you or making it you.
Do you know what?
How about that?
I've got a pretty slack day tomorrow.
There you go.
I might pop along. It'll take me a couple of minutes to get there.
There you go. Get
Can't-
down there. I'm
can't
sure it'll be a brilliant fixture.
Can't beat a cricket tee.
Oh no, fabulous. They've stopped them a lot of grounds, haven't they? 'Cause
Really?
yeah, thank COVID.
Post-COVID, yeah.
I think they realised the costs involved and sort of just bring your own packed lunch. But when you were playing at a ground, you knew they had a good tea. Driffield, they used to play Driffield in the Yorkshire League. And, little old lady doing it with scones and biscuits.
Country slice. Was there a country slice?
Jams and coming out your ears. It was brilliant. Always, and almost regardless of the pitch. Can we bowl first? Because I don't care. I don't care what the pitch is like. Can you bowl first? And I can absolutely fill up on tea.
8 overs gone, 71 for 2 then. Haynes on 10, Mosley's on 12. And I think Singh maybe, no, he's not going to get another over.
That's a good chuck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
3 T-shirts. Look at this fella. Come on, look, that's a good chuck going miles back.
It's the scatter blast. It's really fun for the kids. They chuck those yellow T-shirts. And it's great fun.
Fun for the kids. To be
shirt,
fair, that shirt's
it's miles better than the one he's got on. Get that on now.
But also, it looks about 4 sizes too small for him.
Oh, get him then.
There you
Buzzing.
go. He's absolutely thrilled. He's got a souvenir from a day that he'll never forget.
Got a T-shirt.
Who doesn't like a freebie?
Oh yeah, everybody. Who doesn't?
That's got to be a good decorating T-shirt when you get home, isn't it?
It's a bit harsh.
Or pyjama top.
Oh,
Mouse goes big.
What a
Mouse
shot
goes
that
big.
is. Has he got all of it? No, he hasn't. No, he
goes
hasn't.
Big. He tried to go big there on the leg side. Obviously tried to get on with it. Didn't quite get it. And it's caught along on by Tommy Taylor again.
71 for 3. Moses on his way for 12. 64 more required for victory. And it's a 3rd wicket down.
Yeah, Mouse obviously tried to get on with it there. He had the short leg side to hit towards. Decided he was going to try and give it a good lick, but not quite up to it. Bit of a cloth, bit high on the back. All low on the back, couldn't quite tell, but yeah, God, he managed to chip it out to long on.
Moeen Ali enters the fray against his former side.
He's low on the bar. I think he toe-ended it a little bit. Maybe a bit early on it. It's a nice catch there by Tommy Taylor.
Yeah, I thought he'd made a better contact with it than that initially. Looked like it was flying.
What a shot! Oh, he's out.
It used to happen in the age of off tube, but I tell you what, the stage is set, the script is written.
Yeah.
Moeen Ali.
I'd wonder if his cousin. I wonder if his nephew is giving a bit of verbals there.
Oh, I doubt. I very much doubt
Where
it.
is he? Where is young?
There's no way
He
he's
sacks at
giving any
backward
verbals.
point. So he sacks at backward point. Some very flare shoes. He's got 2 odd shoes on. He's got a blue one and an orange one. I wonder if he's saying, "Come on, Unc, you nick off early." Be brave. That's a lovely shot to start. It's a dot ball, but what a lovely cricket shot.
Yeah, we've got to soak these moments in. Moeen Ali, it's nearly done. Here at Warwickshire playing last T20 cricket. I think a lot of the crowd are aware of that. A lot of the fans of the Bears trying to take in as much of him as they can.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm joking, but it must be such a proud moment for the family, you know, to have Moeen Ali, who's one of literally the cricketers of his generations, World Cup winner, fabulous cricketer, and to have his young nephew stood at backward point playing in the same game.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing, absolutely brilliant. What a brilliant thing to see you've done. I've played professional cricket against my nephew and against my uncle. That's awesome.
He likes pointing out to me if I'm interviewing him that it's actually double World Cup winner.
Yeah, wow.
Just
There you
remember,
go.
one of each, mate.
Yeah, one of each.
That's excellent. He's just, I think he's just in the process of setting up a sports academy in Cape Town at the moment. It's very much in demand, is Moeen. Big brand, big player. And his appeal goes way beyond cricket.
Yeah.
We've got 2 Bears who are double World Cup winners, haven't we? Worksy as well.
Yes,
Warwickshire
that's
as
right.
well,
Yeah.
Ashes win the Warwickshire?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It was a tough day today, but then so did the rest of the England team,
Yeah,
to be
it's
fair.
a funny day up at Henley, wasn't it? I was a bit surprised that they bowled first.
Second test here, of course.
Yes. Next week? Week after?
Yeah, week after.
Next week, week after. I think that if you could see this, the umpire just stood on a bit of carpeted green carpet there, and I think that will be the test wicket for next week. That
and
bang in the middle.
Where's your Champo wicket then, is that? This one over
Our
here. do you think,
championship
under the
wicket
carpet?
is going to be, as Moeen Ali's facing now, it's going to be over towards point. There's another carpet and it'll be under that.
I thought it might be under there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a short old boundary there. You're going to be defending on that side.
Hopefully they won't be slogging towards it too often, but yeah. Short on back of a length there from Duffy, and we'll try to smite it through the offside. Missing it.
He's looked in good touch in the last couple of games, hasn't he? He's
one of those players who never looks out at it. He's big, nice, high back lift. He looks great. Only we saw some lusty blows last game, didn't we?
There was rain in sixes, yeah.
He came in and utilised that short leg side boundary and
30 odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, got on very 30 off 10 balls, something like that.
Yeah, no time at all.
Yeah.
Just what he can do.
Got on with it.
It's a lovely shot, that.
Has he got the gap?
No, he didn't need to get one for it. He's actually hit some really nice shots already, and he's only picked up a couple of runs to his name. That completes the 9th over. 74 for 3 then. Sam Hain is on 11. Hassan Ali is on 2. And, well, what do you fancy doing for our Friday night date? Well, a night at the cricket, I think, was clearly
night at the cricket.
the idea, wasn't
and he's loving life, isn't he? Playing the head drums.
Yeah, lots of fun and noise. There's a lot of noise actually out by the Hollies.
Is this a bit of status quo? Rocking all over the world.
Yeah, Adam Pearce, who's playing the music around the stadium, he's got a very good sense of what the crowd enjoy, and he plays some wonderful music. Keeps everybody engaged and entertained in between deliveries and overs and what have you.
It's off his personal iPad, isn't it?
It is.
Right,
Well,
iPod, yeah.
I think there's
his playlist.
I think there's a selection that they have to stick to. Approved playlist.
Over the world. Tommy Taylor again.
74 for 3.
Lovely shot from Mo there. Just a nice little cover drive for a single.
Yeah, it feels like now Dan has gone. These two maybe just kind of knock it around a bit and just
ticking
ease
over
them
about
towards victory,
just ticking over. We don't want any sort of catastrophes, losing 3 or 4 quick wickets would be disaster for the Bears and not what we want. So they might just take the medicine a bit and sort of knock it around for 5 or 6 and over for the next few.
Always good at this time of night. The old reflections of the sun beginning to set in the huge buildings all around us.
Yeah.
Really is a wonderful place to watch cricket at night time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. And Friday nights at EdgBLASTon, big crowd, big game. Hopefully the Bears win. Yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Slow ball there from Tom Taylor, either a leg cutter or back of the hand one. And he can only knock it to mid off for a dot.
Yeah, another dot ball indeed. 75 for 3.
To his good mate Hosey. Hosey's a good friend of Haney's. I think they live very close to each other now, so I'm sure Hosey's telling Haney here he's chewing up dots and he needs to get on with it, and all that he'll be in his ear.
I have had word from one of the wicket keepers at Nether Whittaker, basically saying they've tasted the cooking of Dan Mosley and they advise people to stay away from the team tomorrow afternoon.
Scoop here from Sam Hain.
Oh, what a shot.
Brilliant scoop. Ends up on his backside, but goes for 4.
It's not something you expect from Sam Hain, that is it?
No, not necessarily, but yeah, that's a great shot. He obviously knows what Tom Taylor's up to, not loads of change-ups and whatnot as yet, and he thought it's going to be a full-pace delivery and scooped it. Perhaps not exactly where he expected, but 4 runs.
Yeah, it's not the sort of elegant shot you associate with Sam Hain, but perfectly
Could
effective.
the young lads practice it there though,
Yeah.
That's what I'll be doing tomorrow, Mum.
That's what they practice nowadays, isn't it? Not those straight drives or anything. It's the wrap shots.
Next time you bowl at me, Dad, that's what I'll be doing. No dots. I'll be whacking you over there.
79 for 3.
Isaac Mohammed coming up into the ring, so mid off and mid on are in the ring now for Haney. So we should get fine leg back with that scoop. Back into sort of just working it around in his favourite area there, to the leg side.
I mean, they've ticked off, 6 off the over so far. Required rate is 5.5. Opportunity to potentially get there a little quicker. 55 more required. Very easy going.
Banging by Tom Taylor.
Well, he just very casually
tapped it on its head.
It all feels a little bit casual at the moment, doesn't it? It's got victory lap vibes at the moment.
And I'll be honest, this is not a nice situation as a bowler. You sort of know you've not got enough runs on the board. You try to think, come on, let's try and make something happen, but sort of get some air of inevitability about it. And the Worcester team will be trying their best to get a wicket here, but probably deep down know they've not quite got enough runs on the board. But still got to try your best, try get a wicket for your team, try crack it open. Who knows in this funny game? If you get a hat-trick, anything can happen.
And he'll grab another single. That'll complete 10 overs then. The score moves on to 82 for 3. Just out of curiosity, Aaron, what's the kind of comparison like as to where Worcester were? Just before we do that, OHD, we'll catch up with you shortly. I think Ricardo's going to pop back in for a few overs, and we'll have you back before the end of the game. So what you got for us, Aaron?
Yeah, so pretty comparative at the moment. So the Bears were 82 for 3. Oh, sorry, the Bears are 82 for 3. The Rapids were 83 for 5. So in terms of the wickets column, home side better off. In terms of the runs, Rapids better off by 1. But very much even Stevens at this stage. Again, it's just a case of building this partnership, playing sensibly, and once you've got to a stage where the game looks out of Worcestershire's reach, then I think you can start to really expand.
Dorcius is coming back into the attack from the pavilion end. Ricardo's here. It's all going okay?
Yeah, brilliantly well. Great start by Davo and Latham in the power play. I think with the 2 operators we've got at the crease here now, if these guys settle in for the next 5 overs, we can hear their soprano warming up in the background.
Well, I had a chat with the boys in the sound tent. They had their own predictions for when this would be over. One of them suggested halfway through the 14th over, another in the halfway through the 15th over, and I suggested they were being a little bit optimistic.
Okay.
Halfway through the 18th, I reckon.
Oh, really? You're going that long? I don't know. I think they're going to try and get it done sooner.
Do you think so?
But it's down to these 2 now to just knock it around for a couple of overs.
And
scoring at 6 or 7 and over.
Yeah, they are entertainers as well. They like to send the crowd home happy. So there could be some big blows coming towards the end of this innings. But for now, it looks like it's very easy to just milk the situation and consolidate their advantage. 52 needed off 58.
Yeah,
Should be straightforward.
I think their approach so far is that way. We think you can tell by the way they're batting. It's like, right, we're the 2 senior batters here. As Moen faces that ball off Dorcius. We're the 2 senior batters here. Let's calm any little rut that was to think can happen. Let's calm it down a little bit and make sure we see this game home. Like Ali was saying before, you think, right, net run rate, but you know what? We've got to win the game first. Crucial, get the 4 points, and then we deal with anything else.
Looking atmosphere around the ground. Loving their entertainment tonight. And Moeen Ali tries to add a bit more to it. Well, there's that talk of being sensible, and not on this occasion. Adam Hose, for the 2nd time tonight, tells everyone to leave it to him, and he does the job. Moeen Ali's on his way, 83 for 4. Ali's gone for 4, and Dorcius has a 2nd wicket.
Yeah, just looking to get on with it a little bit, Moeen, but it's just be warned a little bit here. The Bears, they saw what happened to Worcestershire as well. They were in a similar position. We just saw the comparisons of the teams, and there was only a couple of wickets and a run in it really. And now I reckon it's pretty even Stevens. They just have to keep their heads about them a little bit. It's a strange situation where you can get caught in 2 different philosophies. Do we just go really aggressive and finish the game quickly, or do we just work our way there? But you can't get caught in 2 different minds, and like this could cause a little wobble, and perhaps more significantly, because Birmingham Bears still miles ahead in this game. But for the Worcestershire Rapids, that wicket can prove to be the moment where they think, hang on a second, have we got an outside chance? 6 balls. Have we got 6 balls in us that can get us 6 wickets? From no chance, it goes to being some chance. From a lack of belief, the belief kicks in, and that's the danger of a shot like that.
Yeah, that ball seemed there, which like a cross-seamer. It seems as if it just kissed the wicket and bounced it a little bit more than Moeen was thinking. In comes Dorcius to Barnard. Another strong and steady cricketer here. Barney, I'd like to think, would be quite sensible and make sure there's no wobble here. But I think it's always that danger with Worcester because the bowlers that they've got. I know Duffy hasn't bowled as well as he could tonight. With Dorcius, we've seen him here a couple of years ago when he was playing for, remind me again, Aaron, who was he playing for?
He played for Durham.
That's it.
And he did also have a previous stint for Worcestershire.
Yeah. So Yeah. So we know they've still got quality bowling to come. So we just have to make sure we close this game out and be quite sensible.
If I was these two, I'd be thinking of a red inker at the end, and that would make me very happy, because job would be done. Two sensible, heads-on cricketers. And 11 overs gone, 85 for 4. Haynes on to 19. Barnard's off the mark with 1 so far. And Dorcius gets away with a wicket in that over, just 3 runs from it as well. So they have applied a little bit of a handbrake. Fantastic skyline tonight as that sun sets, and Hey Jude ringing out across the PA system around EdgBLASTon. I think Singh's going to have another bowl, this time from the city end.
Yeah, they've had fun, those kids with their Scatterblast t-shirts. They're enjoying it.
There's some very big kids there with their Scatterblast t-shirts.
Everybody's enjoying it.
This is a great ploy from Worcester here. Fateh bowling away from the right-hander's bat with a bigger offside boundary. May challenge the boys to hit towards the leg side boundary here. Haney tucks it into the long on gap for a single.
Yeah, easy run there for Sam Hain.
There's a sense of calm about it when Sam Hain is out there as well, isn't it? He just, from a Bears perspective, it just adds a little bit of serenity to proceedings, because you know that he's there. He's that dependable player that you know can get you, if not right over the line, then right up to it at the very least. So while he's out there, I don't think anybody's going to be breathing too heavily.
Barney with a sweep.
He's gone. He's on his way. Barnard's gone for 1. 86 for 5. And all of a sudden, it's getting a little twitchy. 49 more required off of 53 balls. But that's a 5th wicket down for the Bears. Barnard's on his way. Singh has a 2nd wicket. And all of a sudden, the nerves are starting to get to people around EdgBLASTon.
Yeah, nerves for people around EdgBLASTon and Bears fans for sure. But if you look at the Rapids players, they all immediately ran in and huddled, and they believe, they really think that they're in with a chance to win this game now. They know that they've got to bowl 5 balls. 5 balls, they get their 5 wickets, they win this game. And for the Bears, who were just absolutely cruising when Moeen and Hain were out there, those couple of wickets have just changed the game a little bit. They've got Worcestershire from absolutely nowhere have come back, and it was a tidy catch as well, it's worth noting. And Singh's bowled very well today for his 2 wickets, been economical, made things happen. The Bears don't need to do anything crazy here. It's all very much in hand. Just less than a run a ball, no need to play shots. Take it to the 19th, 20th over if you have to, but get the W.
It's that law of the short boundary, Artif and Adam. It's exactly what we said. It's just too easy. The short leg side boundary.
Kai Smith's gone. He's gone first ball. It's a beauty from Singh. No hesitation from O'Shaughnessy, the umpire. And Kai Smith is away. And it's 86 for 6. And it's game on, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, Sam Hain can't believe it. We just took a look at him. He said, what is happening? Moeen, Barnard, Smith going in quick succession has completely changed the complexion of this game. It was in hand for the Bears. They were in complete control. It was coasting 99% on the win and score predictor, and it's now it's a lot closer, I imagine. 86 for 6, and in a bit of spot to bother now. And those Worcestershire players really believe. Singh on a hat trick from out of nowhere, completely against the run of play. He's bowled really well today, Fateh Singh, and now he's on a hat trick in a derby match at the Blast.
That ball seemed as if it gripped a little bit, like almost as if. I probably would have referred that though.
I was going to say he's got 3 for 4. I think that's sliding down leg side to me.
And it looked like it was sliding a touch.
Yeah, there's a trigger finger gone up there.
Here we go. George Garton facing the hat trick ball again. Power. All we need, the Bears, is just a little bit of game awareness.
49 required.
Yeah, just game awareness. There's no need to panic. He's got plenty of wickets in hand.
It's not even a run of ball.
Yeah.
It's not even a run
of ball. Sam Hain on the other end.
Hat trick ball negotiated for a start, so that's a bit of calm from George Garton. And Oh, Fateh's bowled. Look at those figures, though. 3 for 4 from 1.4. And very quickly in, relentless. Look at that, another dot.
Oh, they're feeling it here, Worcester. The Rapids are feeling like they could really turn the tide here and think they could potentially get themselves the W from here.
Terrific.
I think they're probably thinking, you know what, one more wicket, maybe get the man number 16 out. And then they might think, you know what, we're not too far off from winning this game. But what, the Bears still have plenty of batting to come.
They do. 12 overs gone. 87 for 6. The Rapids have only won 1 of the last 5, I think, against the Bears. Just to bring Aaron in, just something he told us about earlier on. The last team to win this tie here at EdgBLASTon batting second were?
Yep, was the Bears in 2014.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a tough chase on Derby Day, regardless of what the score is. It's a tough chase. 87 for 6. Wait to pack into the attack.
My mind goes to the low chase where the Bears have already struggled this season as well. They couldn't get over the line. Was that against Derbyshire from memory?
No, the one that I'm immediately going to, however, is last year in the quarterfinals against Gloucestershire, whereas 138.
138. Well,
Tom Payne had a good day. Was it Payne?
David Payne.
David Payne.
Well, this is a really challenging sequence now. And Tom Hayne, I beg your pardon, Sam Hayne, he's been sort of stranded at the non-strikers end for quite a long time. That previous over, he was basically at the non-strikers the whole time, and in the last ball, Garton took a single, and now Hayne is just stranded on 20 off 16 at the non-strikers. He's watched all these wickets fall, and from a Worcestershire perspective, they've managed to keep the man they want on strike for a prolonged period here, continuing to build pressure. It's more than a runner ball required now.
Lovely shot. Just get 1 for it.
It's T20 cricket. There's a short leg side boundary. No need to panic. You know, keep the wickets. Like 4 wickets you got in hand. No need to panic. I think less than a runner ball, more than a runner ball. We understand the spoils of the game. The massive 4 points. Forget the net run rate thing now. That's gone out the window. Just get the 4 points. Climb the table and look for your opportunity to qualify for the
Absolutely.
finals.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just about keeping your head now. It's the task at hand. If you look at it in isolation without the events of the last few overs, it's still very, very achievable for the Bears. Just have to keep their heads. Maybe.
Yeah.
They've lost 4 wickets for 17 runs.
Yeah.
You know, on an easy run. And I won't say an easy run chase. No run chase is ever easy. But on what looked like a fairly straightforward run chase, they've gone from 71 for 2 at the start of the 8th over. 4 overs later, they are now 89 for 6.
And it just goes back to that. For me, it goes back to the Moeen Ali dismissal. You know, he was set. He didn't need to take that one on, and it sort of started a chain reaction. And this can happen in what is like a quote unquote straightforward run chase.
And also, Kai Smith hasn't batted for the last however many games.
Yeah.
He's been playing really in essence as a fielder. Because he's not keeping wicket, obviously he doesn't bowl.
Yeah.
And then you expect him to come out and he gets a first bauler. It's it's not easy, this game.
Yeah, and I also credit the Worcester bowlers,
Yep.
Adam Holes and the team. You know, you got a short leg side boundary. You could bowl, you could stick the long on back, but they kept the long on up. Even though Moeen Ali and the quality of player that he is, and Sam Hayne the quality of players that they are, they kept the long on fielders, the mid-off and mid-on fielders up, and said, go on, hit it over them, and took the challenge on, and hence it got us into the situation that we are in now. Pushing hard for 2 here. Great running from Sam Hayne and George Garton there.
That's really good.
That's Wins you games.
But also that's all you need. 6 off the over, job done. 92 for 6 is the score. 13 overs gone. Aaron, what was the situation in the Rapids innings at this stage?
Well, it's eerily similar. The Rapids were 93 for 6, so just one run separates the two sides. However, I mean, Bears architects of their own downfall. I don't think we can really gloss over that. Some unnecessary shots. We kept on banging on about the points. Sensible cricket, and 3 of those dismissals very preventable. So it's up to Hayne and Garton to just steady the ship here and get the home side over the line.
Indeed, 92 for 6. Hayne on 23, Garton on 3. Singh's back in, having taken 3 for 5 so far. Oh, and he's
Looked
not
like
far
an
away
arm
from
ball
George
there.
Garton there.
Like a strong arm ball. I know Ali was mentioning, see, there's no one way in this game so far. We've seen Danny Briggs operate from over the wicket, Fateh here operating from around the wicket, making it quite hard for the left-handers to really hit the ball into that leg side, just trying to push the ball across them. It makes that wide line a little bit easier to hit. So if you want to step across the stumps, that's what you have to do. So proving there we go. George has gone hard at it there, almost like it's caught the back of the bat there, and it's got away with it. Maybe the tides have changed. Luck is now fortune.
Well, it was nailed down wide if he didn't go anywhere near it as well. It's worth pointing out. But he's got the wool over the batters at the moment, as Fateh Singh. It's been a bit of a breakthrough performance from the young player. He's figures of 3 for 6 from his 2.3 so far, and they're struggling to get him off the square at the moment.
I'm not sure what that was from George Garton, that last shot, or what it came off.
Sort of a waft.
Sam Hayne
Cuts
backs away,
yes.
cuts it back with a point. 2 fielders chasing it. Great bit of fielding from Ethan Brooks there.
They're going to go for a third. They are coming back for a third. And Sam Hayne moves on to 26. The score moves on to 96 for 6. And Aaron, a significant moment for Sam Hayne.
It's a massive, massive moment for Sam Hayne, and of course for the Bears as well. The first man in this club's history to reach 4,000 T20 blast runs. He's a cricketing colossus in Shakespeare's County, and he's been absolutely superb so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. An absolute behemoth of the game. And he's got a job to do here for his team. I said it before, while he's out there, nerves will be calm.
Going to be one more to the total. End of the over. Good over from Singh, 5 off of it, so not far off what's required every time. 97 for 6, Garton on 5, and Sam Hayne there on to 26, and marking that 4,000th T20 run that he has scored. I mean, well, who's the next closest for the Bears?
Ian Bell in the 2,800s, and it's a stat which I always look to, but in terms of Sam Hayne's 50s for the Bears, stands at 31. Ian Bell is the next best on 15. I mean, if that doesn't suggest everything, the consistency, the reliability, the dependability of Sam Hayne, a big man for the big moments. He's been absolutely exceptional.
And to think, like, playing with him, when I played with him, he made his mark in the red ball format of the game. You know, that year he broke through, scored about 800 runs in the county championship, and looked like he was just world above anyone else. Here's Tommy Taylor to Garton, cuts it out hard to point.
Just 1 to the total. I think we saw Scooby-Doo, who's
Showing some dance moves.
well, getting down to Sweet Caroline, I think, to be fair.
I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't get down to Sweet Caroline?
Probably not Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, I suppose not, maybe. But I tell you what, who's somebody who's unaffected. He looks like he's in his own space right now, Sam Hayne. The crowd are having fun. The crowd are enjoying a sing-song, their karaoke moment for sure. But if you look at Sam Hayne, he's in his own world. He's very, very focused on the task at hand, and he kind of needs to be right now because it's a precarious scenario. If the Bears hopefully go on to win this game and they get over the line, the scoreboard won't tell the tale of the performance that he's had to put in.
No, he's on 26 off 19 so far.
He does that ever so well. You know, you're watching the game, right? There was a moment when I think it was Tom Taylor bowled a slow ball to him, Ollie mentioned that you could see it and he waited on it. You watch him. He does so well in this format where everyone else is coming at the ball so hard. Sam Hain just looks like he just lets the ball come to him all the time. He knows where his singles are. And because he knows where his singles are, he never panics because he doesn't. I think if you, like, that's the difference there. Garton going hard at the ball there. Sam Hain just waiting on it and he lets it come to him. So if we look at his dot ball percentages in this format, from ball one, first ball, bam, off strike.
That was incredible running by this pair, by the way. They got back for 2. That's astounding.
They put the 100 up. 101 for 6. Garton on 8, Hain on 27. This is Waite's the bowler, but it's definitely Tommy Taylor who's bowling in this pavilion end.
Yeah. I think it's a fan of the singer Tom Waite too.
John Waite.
There's a Tom Waite as well.
Is there a Tom Waite too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tom Waite. He was the guy who sounded like the Heath Ledger's Joker from The Dark Knight.
Really?
Yeah.
What, when he sings?
Tom Waite, when he speaks.
Oh, okay.
Cuts
that's
it
a
hard
shot.
there.
Yeah.
See, I'm a bit older, so I'm going John Waite. Missing You? No, that one?
Tom Waite. I don't know what his big songs were, but I know
okay.
that his voice was the voice that was the inspiration for Heath Ledger's Joker, which won him an Oscar. A little bit of film trivia for no reason.
No, we like you and your film trivia. We're there with that. It's fine. 102 for 6. 5 off the over so far. This is just what they need to do. There's no panic. There's no stress.
Yeah.
And I think you can see that in Sam Hain's face right now. It's just, I'm going to do this. We just relax, everybody.
Just watch him wait on the ball here.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'll
All
take
the time
one
in the
more.
world. Yeah.
That'll do. George, see out the over. That'll be fine. We'll take 6 off the over. Not very much. 1 to go.
Yeah, and when I'm ready, I'll just hit a boundary. We've seen that when they beat who was it, Friday night when we were here last time together.
Yorkshire.
That's it.
Yeah, that's when he hit
When
that
he
big 6 over mid-wicket.
Stepped across the stump.
Stepped across the stump 6.
Right.
Easy as you like.
Yeah.
We know what he's capable of. It's just so criminal to me that he didn't play. Well, he hasn't so far played a lot for England, but it's
bad timing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bad timing, but there's still time. Is the thing. And it's England's loss was Warwickshire's gain.
Garton dot ball to finish the over. 103 for 6 then, after 15 overs. Five overs remaining then. Artif will go and prepare for the end of the game, and that's the situation. The Rapids were 100 for 7 after 15 overs. And the Bears 103 for 6. It's a tight old game since you left us, OHD.
Yeah, when I left, I was, talking about trying to get it done as quickly as we can and sort of reveling in the glory of being 60 for 1 or something. And it's been a few quick wickets. Credit to Worcester, they're straight back into it. Fateh Singh, 3 overs for 10 with 3 wickets. Geez, there's some good figures there. So, yeah, Worcester well back in this. And as we know in these Bears-Pairs derbies, it's always a tight occasion.
Take nothing for granted.
Oh.
Does Sam just try and see this over out and just no chances against him?
Yeah, I think so. I think take the game deep now.
It's good too, that.
As I said earlier, try to get the game won first and foremost. So as long as Sam's in, hopefully he can keep knocking it around, stay in. If we keep pinching 2s like that rate will come down quickly.
105 for 6. Only 30 more required off 29 balls. One more to the
Good
total.
running. Gartz is absolutely lightning between the wickets.
Yeah, it's a cheeky single.
Yeah. It's almost like a steal, that one.
Got a feel for Kai Smith, haven't you? That's had a chance with the bat last few games.
It looked a nice ball to me. It looked like it spun.
Gripped.
Like it just gripped. So nice delivery. But yeah, it's always tough when you get a good one early doors. Not nice.
Nicely played by George Garton, who seems to have used to George coming in and trying to smash the cover off the ball, but the fact he's coming in is just anchoring and supporting Sam Hain.
Played very sensibly here, hasn't he? As you see by the strike rate, it's not his usual role, but showing he's got more to his ball than just coming in and whacking it straight away. Is a good cricketer.
And even this as a side note, right? From Sam Hain just breaking up the rhythm of Fateh Singh. Fate's used to just operating, bang, 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 flying through his over. Sam just taking a bit more time, getting himself settled. He's just ran a couple quick singles. So anyone just watching at home, all the young kids, just take note. These are the little 1%ers. You just break the bowler's rhythm a little bit. He's their key bowler. Probably got 3 or 4 more balls left in the over. Just break the rhythm up. Slow the game down. Take your time.
Yeah, another one to the total. 5 off the over so far. 108 for 6. 27 more required off 26 balls. That's not the issue, is it? It's just if they lost another wicket or...
Yep. Who's next in?
Good question. Probably Hassan Ali, wasn't it?
Hassan. And then Danny Briggs. Oh, it's dropped. Dropped at backward point.
Is it going all the way to the rope? It's not quite.
It's not. Gart's
Matthew Waite there.
Gart's been a bit more expansive there.
Get 2
Obviously
for it.
Going for the reverse sweep. Bursting through Waitey's hands.
Oh, he's getting the wah-wah-wahs from the sound.
Yeah, it's sometimes a bit harsh, that. Good effort. He got there, got his hands to it. Be disappointed he dropped it, but might have got a good finger on that to stop the boundary in the end.
8 off the over as well, so it's turned into a decent over for the Bears. 1-1-1 for 6. And 24 required with 24 balls remaining.
Fateh Singh's figures there were 3 for 18 off 4 overs. So young left arm spinner dealing with a short leg side boundary. That's brilliant figures for the young man. So well bowled him.
It is, and let's see the score comparison as to where we're at. So the Rapids were 1-2-1 for 8 at this stage. We had that really big over. That was when Dorcius decided that the 6s need to go. The Bears 1-1-1 for 6. So 10 runs behind, but 2 wickets in hand. And this was following that very big over for Worcester.
I'm going to let you into a secret here.
Oh, secrets from OHD, love it.
George Garton is an owner of one of these headsets, you know, your Oculus or your Apple headsets.
Oh, right, okay.
And he does a bit of batting in it.
Oh, okay.
And he'll net with us all day and, you know, practices whatever. And then of an evening he might bang someone on and be batting at EdgBLASTon and be in his front room facing whoever. So
the VR.
Yeah, the VR virtual reality headsets. He does a little bit of that, and he says it's very good. He says, you know, he does it for a bit of fun, but he also says, yeah, it's
taking
good.
shadow batting to a whole nother level.
He says I can get used to a ground or a bowler or, you know, use it. So yeah, he uses a bit of that. So that's good use of tech, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's on strike here. I wonder if he's faced Jacob Duffy in his living room before. But he's missed the first 2 with 2 outrageous swings outside the off stump.
Yeah, and this is Duffy's last over. I'm not too sure who else has got overs to bowl.
Tom Taylor.
Tom Taylor's got overs to bowl. Maybe a bit of Matt Waite.
Yeah.
We've not seen Ethan Brooks
yet.
Yeah,
Mr. Tricky.
Just noticed then. Sam just came down and kind of went to him, and there was a little nod from George Garton as if to say, okay.
Yeah.
Because I think there were 2 shots that didn't need to be played then.
Perhaps. I mean, it's easy to say up here sometimes. Oh, he's class.
He's gone. It's a great catch. Garton's on his way.
He's absolutely smeared that to backward point. He's leathered
Great
that.
catch from Isaac.
And that's a good catch. Isaac Mohammed again.
Garton's on the way for 13 off 21 balls. 111 for 7.
He'll be gutted, Garts. Because he's connected well there. That was the ball with a bit of width. He put his hands through. And he's guided it straight to the fielder. Looked like a good catch to me.
Question now is it Hassan?
No, it's Danny Briggs. Yeah,
I was going to say you don't really want Hassan coming in swinging at this point, do you? You want Danny Briggs.
Well, let's have a look at this replay though. This looks like a good catch to me. Slapped. Yeah, diving
straight
forward.
into him.
Good catch. Good catch, Isaac. Go again.
Is it too tight to cut like that? Maybe. Not enough width.
Well, I think if he beats the fielder by a yard, I think it's probably 4 runs.
Left or right there, that is not that easy to catch, but that's gone straight into him. It's quite tight in there on the angle.
Oh,
yes.
Good catch. Well
good
done.
pace actually from Duffy as well, wasn't it?
But if there's a man you need for a crisis, it's Danny Briggs. He's Mr. Cool, Calm and Collected. He's seen it all before. He's done it all before. As you say, Hassan Ali and Linners can clear the ropes. But a man for a crisis is Danny Briggs. So him and Haney knocking it around here for the next 2-3 overs is fine by me.
24 required off 21. Nothing off the over so far from Duffy. That's going to be a wide.
Going for the Yorker there. He's going for that glory ball. Bang, bang. He's been trying to go for those Yorkers early out in his first 3 overs there. Duffy was, you can see that he was trying to force it a little bit, looking for that wicket-taking delivery early up in the power play, and is just outside the power play now here, looking for that Yorker delivery again. Danny can just keep him out for the next 3 balls.
And that wide's got us off 1-1-1, so we'll take that for starters.
Yeah.
No. I think there was probably one there, but Haney not taking the chance.
Maybe. Haney playing it safe for now.
Good.
Which is fair enough.
It's been very sensible so far, 32 off 24.
Yeah, very sensible. And maybe Haney taking the tactic that Duffy's a strike bowler for them. He doesn't want to give him a sniff in his last over, and just happy to see this over out, maybe.
I was going to say, in terms of, we'll just check in with Aaron. Singh's bowled out. This is obviously Taylor's bowled out. This is the last over from Duffy. Oh,
short
he's
ball.
Got some of that, has he? Oh, it's up in the air. It's nowhere near anybody. And they're going to come back and get 2.
Okay, just only ran 1.
Oh, was it 1?
They only ran 1.
I think he got bat on that. He top edge pulled it.
It's just 1. They only ran 1.
Yeah.
That time it was in the air. Aaron, in terms of what's left bowling wise, what we've got? We've
got
3
here
overs to
underhead.
go.
Yeah, so 1 from Dwarshus, potentially 2 from Waite. So I imagine the next one will be Matthew Waite. Then we'll see Dwarshus, and then Waite could bowl the last one. Of course, a big game player is Matthew Waite. Spoke about his performance in the Derby last year with that 34 and over against George Garton. So I imagine that will be the combination that Adam Hose will look for, unless we see Ethan Brooks. But it'd be a big gamble unless they bring Roderick up to the stump. So, I imagine that will be the tried and tested combo.
He's gone as a leg bite. He took that one on the nut.
Yeah, stoppage in play here. Now when anyone gets hit in the helmet, keeper or batter, the physios have to come check to see they're not concussed. They'll do all the concussion tests here. They'll ask them what day of the week it is and what they had for tea, and these sort of base level questions just to make sure your compass mentis, which hopefully it looks like Danny Briggs
Change
is.
your helmet?
Sometimes they change the helmet if they feel like it's damaged, but I don't think they'll be okay for now. So everyone's just
Depending on the blow.
Yeah, gathering their thoughts, having a quick drink. Physio's happy that Briggs is got his wits about him, and last ball, of Duffy's over.
Final ball of the 17th to come. Haney's on strike, 32. Last one from Duffy.
It's actually a nice, this stand in front of the camera right now. It's all going to be demolished this winter for make room for the new hotel, new development coming our way. So that Drayton Manor stand is going to be knocked down. I think literally 30th of September, as soon as the season finishes. I'm sure there'll be the Ricardo Gordon suite in there somewhere.
Oh, and that's taken off his toes by Sam Hain.
Next to the OHD penthouse.
Yeah, the one with the extra long beds.
Yeah.
End of the over, that's 17
7
overs gone.
foot tall doorway.
114 for 7, so 21 more runs required off 18 balls. And Aaron, in terms of comparisons, how are we doing?
Yeah, so you'll see it now. Rapids are 127 for 8 after 17 overs, so 13 runs better off, of course, with 1 wicket more.
Indeed, so a 13-run advantage, but 21 required off these last 3 overs. And thanks for joining us on the stream tonight, as ever. And don't forget, your thumbs up would be appreciated. Like the stream, only click it once, don't click it twice. We'll see if tonight, having the likes of OHD and Recordo with us, we can set some kind of record for what's going to be, I think, a pretty tight finish here.
And we like these games.
Yeah.
In context.
Low scoring games invariably give you very tight finishes.
Numbers are great, right? We had that period in England cricket where, they were massively data driven. The data doesn't tell you there. The difference between the two sides at the same point was Worcester had 2 lower order batters in. The data says Warwickshire Bears are behind, but we have a top order batter of the quality of Sam Hain at the crease going into the last 3 overs. So data is great, but you need to have context.
You do, absolutely. 20 more required to win off the last 17 balls. 3 wickets in hand. Hain's on 33. What's the field looking like?
Oh, he's got his leg side out. He's got his mid off and mid on in, meaning they might bang it in a little bit. They've obviously just seen that Briggsy's got hit on the head. It might be a bit more back of a length. Oh, it's not. It's
Oh, yes,
Gone down the
Briggsy.
ground.
not at all.
Full toss. Double
What a
bluff.
shot. What a shot from Danny Briggs.
He's not the Dizzler
It was a
or
bit,
the Flash, is he?
Yeah,
Can't double bluff, son. Not now.
that was a bit of a bluff there. He had his mid off and mid on in. He's gone for the Yorker and low full toss, and Danny Briggs is equal to it, whacks it back over his head for 4.
16 off 16.
Bit of a gamble there from Waity. I'd be interested to see what his response is, but yeah, that puts the
Not
dent into it.
percentages. Not a percentage gamble you would take, though, would you?
No, it's an interesting ball.
Yeah.
And now he's changing his field, he's bringing his third man up. He's now got
Long on's gone back, yeah.
his entire leg side is out, and he's got a deep cover out, but he's offside.
Might be a little cutter here, you reckon?
Here he comes. To Briggs
Yeah.
again, and it
A
is
little slow ball.
outside the off stump.
But it's a good boundary, that. It's timely. It's now just about a runner ball, just a dot there, but it's round about a runner ball now.
That boundary eased a lot of pressure there, a lot of tension. Especially when it comes off the bat of the batter that you'd want on strike. Psychologically, it just makes the game a little bit easier for Haney standing down the other end.
Yeah, absolutely.
Danny Briggs on 4. Hayne on 34 at the non-striker's end. 16 to win, 15 balls to go, and he's gone up in the air. Briggs is up in the air, off the slower delivery, and it's another catch for Taylor. And Briggs is on his way for 4. And it's 119 for 8. The Bears require 16 off of 14 balls with only 2 wickets in hand, and this game hangs in the balance.
It's a good bit of bowling. It was a slow ball. Briggsy was through the shot early. It went straight up in the air. It was a good catch again. I'm not too sure about who was it. Adam Hose again?
Taylor.
Taylor. But perhaps more annoyingly, this means that Sam Haney's not on strike. This is sort of one of the new rules the last few years, that if the batters have crossed, it doesn't matter anymore. The new batter is on strike as soon as they come in. So Hassan Ali will be in strike. We'll see if there's a bit of a cutter.
Yeah, off cutter.
Yeah, Briggsy through the shot. Decent catch there by Tom Taylor. He's taking a few tonight.
119 for 8. Hassan Ali is the new batsman. 16 required. Surely his approach has got to be just to get a single.
Yeah, we'd all like to see Sam here on strike, wouldn't we? Yep.
Hit him on the top of the bat, didn't it? Here we go. Hassan Ali on strike.
Straight
He
into
will
his
get the
work.
signal.
Getting Haney on strike with a single out to long off. Good work, Hassan.
6 off the over, but a crucial wicket as well of Danny Briggs. 1 more ball to come. 15 off 13.
No, this is a tricky situation for Haney. He's got a short leg side boundary here. Does he have a whack for it, or does he get the single and stay on strike for next over? Does the crowd do their Lego skills there?
Yeah, some beer snake, to be fair. Yeah. I think I'd have my eyes on the cricket actually rather than my beer snake. But
This is the 18th, 19th, 20th. It's going to be bowled from the short leg side boundary with the right-handers that we've got. So
I'll probably wait again.
You could take it. You could take the game 1 more over in. You could say to yourself, how many boys are we happy to chase in the last over?
It's always tricky, isn't it, try to win off the last over, though. In an ideal world, you always try to finish it an over early, finish it in the 19th. I'm not sure the Bears have quite got that luxury now. Those heady days of just out of the power play, sort of 1 down at 60 for 1, seem far away now. The Worcester team have well back into this. Well done to them for taking the wickets they have and getting well back into this contest.
Wait pointed to his imaginary watch because Sam Hain was taking his time to set his guard up. They'll just take 1. They'll be happy with that.
I wonder if they're slightly worried about being slow.
Yeah.
I wonder if he was pointing to his watch because, as we know, there are time restrictions, and if they're too slow, then they'll have to. They're having chats to the umpires there. You see Adam Hose moaning about something.
Point,
I think they're saying they're slow, and the last thing the pairs will want is to be penalised by having an extra person in the ring in that last over.
121 for 8. Sam Hain on 35 on strike. Hassan Ali on 1. 14 required off of 12 balls. I feel this could be a crucial over, couldn't it? Dorcius, he's got 2 for 21 from his 3 so far. Experienced bowler, international bowler.
Some reason
against Sam Hain.
I still feel like it's wicket that they need is Haney's wicket.
Yeah.
The wicket of Hayne makes the game a lot more interesting. But I think with this over, you manage it. You say to yourself, right, boys, run a ball, get a boundary. If we do, it's not a big deal. You got the short leg side to finish with. You got Hassan Ali, who's more than capable of a clean strike. And then you think Matthew Waite's got to bowl the last over. So Sam Hayne is out there. He's more than capable of managing the game situation. Here we go, 2 runs.
Yes, he does. He tucks Dorcius off his
Waiting.
legs. They've gone well. Oh, no, he's going to run out, is he? No, he's not.
It's good.
He
The
was
panic.
They were almost both in the middle of the wicket for just a moment there.
I think that was the right call by Haney. I don't think he was getting there.
No,
that was the
not a
right
chance.
call.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
It would have been 2 touch and go there. And again, this is what I'm saying. Is there a need for that? Knowing that you're going into the last over.
Well, you can see the logic. Haney's
Yeah.
trying to get himself on strike, isn't he? You can see
Yeah,
the reason
100%.
why they're trying to get 2.
He's run the first really quickly, but immediately.
I think that's
Hassan
a
was
good
away.
call, you know. I
Sam
think
would
that's
have
a
been
good
Brilliant call. Yeah, it was
it's a
never
good
making
call.
it. It was never making it.
He would have been gone.
But Worcester squeezing here, even for that last ball for Sam, they don't have to have 5 in the ring, but they had 5 fielders in the ring there saying, we know you try to tickle it for singles at the moment, we're going to squeeze. I think they might do the same for Hassan here. I wonder if they're going to squeeze him, keep people in the ring.
Got the man out, long on, know that he fancies himself with the big shots.
That's what he needs to do, isn't it, Hassan? Just a single. All he needs is a single. Get Sam Hayne on strike. 122.
Yeah, you'll see the people in the ring here. They're squeezing.
Yeah, extra
they're
cover
on.
mid-wicket, a real
Surely it's a
tight.
long on. It's just a play. It's a play to long on, isn't it?
Yeah,
Top ball.
Doing the right thing there, trying to do the right thing, but like Isles pointed out, extra cover in mid-wicket have come really tight off the ring, saying to Hassan, if you want that single, you're going to have to really probably hit the sweepers really hard.
Well, he has, but there are big gaps on the leg side.
I'm admiring your batting prowess.
Yeah.
Just hit it
It's
to
just
long on.
that
Just tap it
It's
to
just
long
that
on.
easy. Just step across his stump, son, and tuck it into the legs.
You know what I'd do here? I'd just knock it to long on. Cautious again. Into Haas.
And he's gone. Does he get the pocket? Yes, he has, and he's gone all the way for 6. And Hassan Ali has bent Dorcius all the way over to deep mid-wicket boundary for 6.
As I said, just hit it in the left
Just do
side.
that, yeah,
Just hit it in the leg side.
Just step down the wicket and hit it into the leg side.
Wow, what a
man he
what
is.
a timely blow that is. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I'm not sure anyone was. Least of all Dorcius. Hassan runs down the wicket and clubs him over deep mid-wicket for 6.
Kind of knocked the stuffing out of Dorcius. Here we go. What is his reply here? Can Hassan Ali hold his nerve?
7 to win from 9 balls. Dorcius again to Hassan Ali.
Oh,
His bats for 4.
down the leg side for 4.
Hassan Ali is going all the way to win this game for the Bears.
I mean, we said it was all about Sam Hayne. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe it was all about Hassan Ali. Wow.
Nice.
Well, I wasn't panicking. I just said it. I said hit it in the leg side and you'll be fine.
Look at that. Look at the hollies.
They're already celebrating. Scooby is already going on a lap.
3 more required. 132 for 8.
All right, 5 legs going back. Mid-ons come up. What's the plan here?
I don't know. Sam's.
He's not bowled a bounce yet this over. I wonder if he might bang it in.
Sam Hayne just sat on his bat at the other end going, okay. Dorcius in again. He's gone. He's flat batted it up in the air. Chance for a catch is Hassan on his way. He's gone. The catch is taken on the boundary ropes. Hassan Ali's on his way for 11. It's 132 for 9. 3 to win.
Linners.
Yeah, Jake Lintott's coming now, but yeah, I know, good bit of bowling there by Dorcius. Hassan using his feet again, and Dorcius banging it into the middle of the wicket, following him, and Hassan could only clobber it out to that deep cover. And it was a good catch there by Jake Libby. Under pressure there, had lots of time to think about it.
Went quite high into the night sky, didn't it?
Sometimes they're the worst ones when you got lots of time to think about it.
But all it takes now is 1 ball.
Yeah.
That's your problem now, isn't it? I know you said it's all right as long as Haney's there. All it takes now is 1 good ball.
Yeah, luckily I think there's only 1 ball left. It's
There
over.
is.
And Lintott's a fine batter. Lintott is no tail ender. He can hold it. But yeah, it only takes 1 ball now though. 1 good ball. It's not the position the Bears wanted to be in.
But here, Lintott's just got to block this, isn't it? That's all you do.
Yes. Please.
Sammy,
I would
leave
like
Sammy at the other end.
not out off 1 ball, please.
132 for 9.
But what a game.
Maybe Lintot's saying to him here, it's a free hit, surely I clobber it. Look, they're all in. They're all in. Why don't I just have a whack for 6? I'll go viral.
On ball for Dorcius.
I hope not. I hope Lintott here is thinking.
What a game so far. For a neutral, watching.
Listen, we're spoilt here, and I've said all along this is a good pitch, and I think probably both sides haven't quite batted as well as they should as here. I think the power score on this pitch is not what we're seeing. But doesn't it just go to show that sometimes a low-scoring thriller is just as entertaining as
He's come around the wicket here.
He's coming round as well.
Has to be searing Yorker at the stumps.
Dorcius to Lintott. Lintott just needs to fend it out, which he does beautifully. And that completes the over, and it means with 6 balls to go, Sam Hain is on strike, and the Bears need 3 to win.
Rotherick calling for his helmet. Looks like he's coming up to the stumps.
I just looked across to see where Aaron was. He's gone. He's in one of those calm coping moments.
Can't cope. Interesting there, Lintott and Haney punch gloves, but Hosey got bang in the middle of them. Saying, what's the plan then, lads? Try to get a few mind games, try to get in the Swedes.
So what is the plan, OHD here?
I think
Haney hit a boundary. Done.
I think they're going to set a pretty attacking field here. I certainly would, saying got to hit a 4 to win. So do you bring mid off and mid on in, saying go on, hit us over our heads to win, or do you give Haney the single, put the whole leg side out, so Haney get the single, then you're bowling at Jacob? Don't know. But both are good options. It'd be interesting to see what they do.
What would you do if you were bowling?
I think I'd try to get Haney off strike. So try to get him to hit a really big shot,
have a single,
and then Lintott's on strike, and you try to ask Jake to hit a really big shot to win.
Matthew Waite is the bowler.
I think that's what we're seeing. The most of the leg side is out. We've got a long on, deep mid wicket, a deep square. Deep cover is out.
Mid off up.
Mid off
long
is
off.
up.
Is long off going back?
Not sure yet. Long
yeah,
on.
it looks like he is.
He is going back. So they're
marching away.
They're giving nice.
No, he isn't. He's staying up.
But I don't know if I think they might have been penalised here for being slow. Because they've got 5 in the ring when they don't necessarily have to. I think Worcestershire have been penalised here by being slow, so they're going to have to keep an extra person in the ring.
Here we go. Waite into Hain on his pads, turned into the leg side. It's 1. 2 to win, 1 to tie. Lintott will be on strike. So Matthew Waite.
So interesting there that Haney took that single. He could have easily said no, I'll wait for a ball. I'm happy to hit for 4, but he's trusted his partner. He's trusted Linners. And he's now saying to Linners, come on, get us a good lusty blow, get us a boundary, or get me back on strike. I think it's now 2 to win.
Yep, Worcester finished on 134.
Nail-biting stuff.
The Bears.
It's tense.
It's tense. 133.
All the plans. Look at the congregation.
Look
at the top of the mark. What are we doing, boys?
Waiting, what do you think? Put someone out there.
The conversation between Lintott and Hain has finished.
Leonard's doing a bit of gardening. It's all happening. Traffic signals, hand signals all over the place.
Do we think Jake will fancy this?
Yeah,
of course he does.
Of course he will.
No, he likes the big moments. Does Linners?
Tommy Taylor come again? You sure that's what we wanted?
He's a good batter, Linners. He takes his batting very seriously.
We all know once batted with Chris Gale, didn't we?
He did indeed open the batting with Chris Gale.
We've all heard that.
Bats up the order for his club side. Bridgewater, I think it is, down in Somerset.
All his students will be watching him here. Sir.
Well, I take it Roderick will be chirping in Lintott's ear as well.
Just got it. In these moments, you've been here. You just have to breathe and not think about it too much.
Right, you got to remember to watch the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With all the tension, you rather the ball have been bowled a long time ago when your blood's pumping.
They're squeezing him here. They've got 6 people in the ring. Everyone in the ring is tight on the one. The only 3 people out, a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg and
deep cover.
No fine leg.
Wait till Lintott plays it out into the offside. They're going to run a quick
single.
Oh, and he's missed the stumps, but they've got the single. Wow. If that had hit, I think he'd have been on his way. But the scores are now tied.
Make it more tense, boys.
That is the definition of hit and run from Lintott, from Linners there.
Tip and run.
He hit it, he ran.
Duffy is still on the ground.
He ran. I think it was Adam Hose at mid-off, was it? Was it Taylor?
Let's have a look.
Taylor.
It is Taylor.
It was
if
tight.
He was
tight.
It was
tight. It's
He
tight.
didn't even dive, did he? Taylor's like...
I don't know if it got there. I don't know. It's too hard, too close to tell. But scores are tied. Now everyone will be up here to Sam Hain. Everyone will be up in the ring. Jesus, it's tense. I didn't sign up for this.
134.
Huh?
For
Have you ever been more stressed on your birthday? Or?
No.
Here we go. Sam Hain on strike.
Think tank
Another
again.
Conference, yeah. Hose, wait. We may get done by midnight at this rate, boys. Plenty of time. No one moaning about Sam Hain taking his time a few minutes ago. Oh no, another conversation. Wait wants another chat.
Oh, are you sure, Hosey?
Well, they're just deliberating about the field. Everyone is in the ring apart from one fielder out at deep mid wicket at the moment.
So what do you bowl here? I mean, you've got 4 balls you made. So basically, you have to take a wicket, don't you? You are not going to bowl 4 dots.
Well, and that's why they've got the deep mid wicket, because Hain is strong off his pads. They're thinking, well, probably going to bowl full on straight for the stumps. Is there a chance, like Adam Hose did in the first innings, that he clips it out to deep mid wicket? And
They've switched fielders. They put Jake Libby in at mid on, so clearly Jake Libby must be rapid and.
So they've got a catch in short mid wicket and a deep mid wicket to say, well, if you do your favourite clip, Haney, you might get caught short mid wicket, and you also might get caught long mid wicket.
Plenty of catches on the offside as well.
2 catching mid wicket, 2 short catching mid wickets.
That's what they fancy, isn't it? There is a gap there. He can turn it off his pads.
Here
we go. 1 to win. Waits in, scores a level to Sam Hain, who does.
And he's got in the gap anyway.
He's going for 4, and Sam Hain wins the game for the Bears. And it's a victory. A victory over the Bears. Sam Hain.
Done it again.
He does. He finishes 37 not out. And they have made their way comfortably here to victory in the final over. It was never in doubt, was it, boys? Never in doubt. Come on.
Not at all.
Never in doubt.
What
drama.
Well done to Haney there. It's probably not the innings he wanted to play, but he's got the job done. Somehow found a gap through the 3 mid wickets that they did have there.
Yeah, and the tight mid on.
But the Bears have got the job done there. Not perhaps how we should have done. Probably should have been more simple than that. But what a spectacle! What a form of entertainment we've had tonight. 10,000 people in. What a game! What a thriller! Bears versus Pairs.
Is it me or has Haney looks like he's aged about 20 years?
I think we all have.
What a skyline to finish the night on. What a performance. What a game. What a finale. Hain finishes on 38. 135 for 9 is the official score. It's a victory by 1 wicket over the Pairs. 4th win of the season, up to 16 points. And Artif and OHD and Ricordo will pick the bones out of that when we come back. But it's a victory for the Bears by 1 wicket.
I feel like I can breathe.
Every great team has its unsung heroes. The all-rounders, the heavy lifters, putting their organisation on the map. We're talking about you, the humble IT engineer, supporting EdgBLASTon across the season. They're the ones delivering, day after day.
Okay, everybody, breathe. My goodness, what a climax to that game. It was going to be straightforward. They were just going to coast their way to victory, and the Bears have had to take the scenic route. They got there by 1 wicket. They win this match by 1 wicket, 3 balls to spare. It went really deep, deeper than anybody expected this match to go to. But all that matters is that the Bears are victorious. The Bears have eaten the pears. Well, just about, I don't know if they've eaten the pears. Maybe they've taken a bite out of the pear.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was a thrilling game. A lot more complicated than the Bears would have wanted it. A brilliant first half, restricting Worcester and bowling them out for 134. Was it 135?
Yep.
That's exactly what the Bears would have wanted. It was entertaining, the second half, but a lot closer than the Bears would have wanted without a doubt.
It was so close. And record it, for me, you got to give a lot of credit to Worcestershire. I mean, they played a really good game. I mean, they were being batted out a bit at one stage. Sam Hain, Hassan Ali were out there. It was in cruise control. The Bears were coasting 99% on the win predictor. They were just home and ready to go. But Worcestershire, they got a sniff, and then they took the game deeper than they had any right to go. They got 9 wickets and really turned this into a classic nail-biter.
Yeah, 100%. Like we said at the interval, we said they've got a lot of quality bowling. Yeah, so it was never going to be easy. Only thing we just needed to be ruthless and clinical. We weren't quite like that today. However, though, we still got the 4 points which we needed. So I think it's we spoke about it. The pitch is great. And when you have a good pitch as batters, you can get a little bit shot happy. And we've seen that a little bit from the Bears today. So they'll be walking away thinking, you know what, boys, next time, let's not take it for granted, the start that we have, and make sure we're a lot more clinical and not leave it for someone else to do.
Yes, absolutely. Let's take a look at some of those highlights then from that innings. I mean, highlights is a bit of a generous word. These are difficult moments that we had to go through as Bears fans. This was the first one, long way up in the air. Catch taken at long off, and at that stage it didn't think like that Alex Davies' wicket was going to be hugely consequential, because he got got a very good, got 40 odd runs, did them really quickly, a really good power play. So at that point it didn't seem like, oh my goodness, this could be the start of something rocky.
Yeah, I think we thought 56 for 1 there when Devo got out, and Devo got 40 runs off not a lot of balls and tried to attack Fateh Singh. Now, credit to young Fateh Singh. What did he end up with? 3 for 13 or something off his 4 overs.
3 for 18.
3 for 18, so well bowled that man. But yeah, this is a sort of period where things just got a little tricky for the Bears. Mousetratter playing an expansive shot there, getting caught long on, and for some reason there seemed to be a bit of a procession of wickets, which made things a little bit more complicated down the back end, albeit very entertaining and very stressful.
But it was just sort of, I think again they mentioned this at that time as well. They got caught up in 2 different modes of proceeding, really, in that run chase. They were kind of part of it looked like, let's finish this quickly, so let's go after the bowling. And then another part of it was, well, do we just go into our shells a little bit? And they got caught up sort of, between and betwixt both those ways of thinking for me.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting here, just revisiting these highlights, to have a chat with the guys and see how the pitch played. Because first innings it looked like, you bowl length balls, it was easy to hit through it. We've seen it here, Dan Mousley and Hassan Ali being dismissed in the same way. Length balls looked like 2 cross seamers. The ball looked like it just bounced a little bit more than expected. So it'd be interesting to just get the feedback. So next time you're sitting in this shed, you're waiting to go out to bat, let's not make the same mistake.
Yeah.
Few guys getting out similar type of ways kind of just says we probably didn't read the pitch, and as well similar again, that looked like it bounced a little bit more than Barney thought it would have been, being enticed by the short leg side boundary, playing good options but maybe not quite executing them as well as we would have liked to.
Well, that was a breakthrough performance, I think, from Fateh Singh. He got quite a few wickets. He was on a hat-trick at one point. I think after the next wicket that he takes, it was Kai Smith first ball. He had LBW. We thought he might be a little bit high, actually. We'll take a look at that in a moment. This was the catch in the deep. Terrific catching from Worcestershire, just to keep the game going, prolonging the game a little bit. There's still fans in the stands. It's quite late. It was 10:15 on a Friday night, but they really took the game deep. They really believed. It felt like this was one of the moments where they huddled up, and the wicket fell. They didn't just go back to their fielding positions. They huddled and they were thinking, you know what, we might be in this. And then this is the wicket that I was talking about. The leg before, there was a big appeal. The umpire's finger went up straight away. It looked a little bit high for me.
Oh, I can't tell from here. I mean, it spun. It looked a nice delivery. So all credit to Fateh.
So it pitches in, and well,
I think how he finishes made it look a lot more guilty than it is. Maybe just sliding. It gripped a little bit, but how the back leg just came around and finished in front of the stumps made may have just convinced the umpire a little bit. This is a good bit.
Yeah, that's a good catch.
Yeah, low and hard.
Fast and low. Yeah, that's a good catch there by the young man. And at this stage, things felt a bit dicey, didn't they? You know, Sam Hain and Gartz had batted for a period of time there, and you know, sort of put a dent in it and felt like the job was done. But a few more twists and tribulations yet, and yeah, that brought
hit that
Danny
pretty
Bruce.
well. It's
Yeah.
burst through his hands. He's done well to like just gather it,
get his body
there.
behind it.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It was. Look at that huddle. They were in the game at that point. There were only a few deliveries. They knew they just had to bowl a couple of magic balls, and they'd get there. But this was a terrific shot down the ground under pressure, and just sort of dissipating a little bit of the pressure that had been built up by the Worcestershire bowlers. And this was such an important shot in the context of the game as well. This for me, because it just took the Bears from what was turning into a hopeless situation and got them back in it. Then this came along. It went up in the air. We knew immediately. There was a sense of resignation. He didn't even try and complete the run. And, again, it was getting even dicier at this point. I think at that point, might have even thought, well, I think Worcestershire are going to pinch this game here.
Yeah.
It looked like that was going to be it. Good catch from Taylor as well.
really hard. If you thought would Hassan Ali to walk to the crease.
Well, did you see that 6 and 4 coming? Because like I don't.
Yeah,
I
100%.
didn't.
Have you not seen him play for Pakistan?
Absolutely. I also knew that the swing third ball was coming as well, because I was right next to Aaron. We were watching it, and he said to me, like, just take a single. Just take a... I'm like, bro, you don't do singles. He's swinging.
Yeah,
he's swinging
like
next ball, guaranteed.
Half run-out chance as well. You know, what a good decision that looks in the end to set for Haney to send Hassan back and say, no run there.
Yeah.
If Haney gets run out there, that's carnage. And then Hassan charges down the track this ball. Spots the slower ball and deposits it. What, 90 metres?
Yep, almost into the sound 10. That is a terrific hit from Hassan Ali. And that one really changed the game.
He fancies his batting,
doesn't he? He does. He likes hitting the ball. All tail-enders do, but Hassan in particular. He's
won a few games like this for Pakistan too. So.
He's a big hitter. And that contact was so special. Again, really good batting stance. Nice backlift. Always lining it up as it came in. And this time around, just glancing the ball down to find
that's just a lovely cricket shot. Not the best ball in the world, but just clips it off his legs for 4. That's nicely done.
Proper batting shot, isn't it? Now this one less so.
Then another twist.
I'm sitting next to Aaron. Aaron was frustrated. He took his headset off. He chucked it there, and he went for a walk. He couldn't believe it. Why? Why did you do that, Hassan? You had the game. You just had to play a single. Eventually, Sam Hain gets the Bears over the line. There he is, the hero of the piece, Sam Hain, who gets them over the line. It was going to be...
field set.
Look at the gap.
How did you get it through?
Oh, look at that. Just threaded it through the gap, got it to the mid-wicket boundary, walks off, one fist in the air, big jumping fist bump, David Warner style. And he takes off his helmet, takes in the applause of the crowd. He's done it. He's got his team over the line, and crucially, he's got the Bears 4 points going into the break of the blast. It was emotional, gentlemen. That was I love what you said to OHD. You were like, is that how stressed you wanted to get on your birthday?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'll be walking in thinking, hey, and he'll be like, boys, I know I love doing it, but don't do it to me all the time.
It was just terrific entertainment. I mean, it was as you say, it had no right to be a thrilling game. 134. I went into the sound tent. The boys said, I reckon 13.3 overs. They'll chase this down. So 15.5. I said, I don't know. Just chill out. It's okay. I'll take a 18 over one. What I didn't think was I was going to get a final over thriller. But they got there. I mean, now they will reflect and they'll think about the things they got wrong, but there'll be a sense of relief and there will be a sense of joy in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's a win at the end of the day. Happy to get the win, happy to get the 4 points. But like you say, in an ideal world, the Bears knock that off in 13, 14 overs for not many wickets down. So won't be a patting themselves on the back too much. There's a bit of work to do there. And at their absolute best, it's a little bit more simple than the thriller and the anxiety we've all been through there. But it was an entertaining game. Take the points and run, I'd say. Yeah,
absolutely. Take the points and run. We are waiting for our Talbots player of the match, who's on his way into the room very, very soon, I'm told. And it's I can tell you who it is, actually, so stay tuned. It's going to be Dan Mosley for the second time this season, but the first time with me. I wasn't here when he came up last time, and this is the first time in a winning cause anyway, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. We haven't seen him since last season, where he was a regular on Bears TV, the most I think he's won the most Bears TV
Player of the
Match award, so he'll be very happy to come up and chat to us, I'm sure. 4 wickets for him today. That was a very strong performance. I mean, again, everything got dicey and Sam Hain got them over the line. You could argue the performance, but those 4 wickets, that was a terrific effort.
Yeah, I mean, his bowling performance, he's been brilliant for a number of years now with the ball. You know, today, what do we see? 4 wickets for not many runs. That's a great effort. And, you know, albeit he probably got out at a time he didn't want to, he still got a nice score for the Bears and put a good dint in it. I know he would have rather be there at the end, but his all-round performance today was very, very good, and he's just proving what a valuable asset he is for the Bears in all formats of cricket, really, but particularly in white ball and T20 cricket. He's really sort of made that role his own. You know, bowling the power play, skillfully closing out the death with those fast Yorkers and fast off spinners we've seen. He's a fabulous young cricketer, and hopefully just goes on from strength to strength for the Bears. Yeah,
he's been a terrific player for the Bears, and now starting to make regular appearances for England as well. Every now and again, just popping up into that team, and tremendous upside, and just a huge part of the heart and soul of this team, it feels like.
Yeah, 100%. And I know on air we mentioned about Jordan Thompson, who's going to be joining the Bears. I think with the quality of Mousley, he's one of those 3D type of players as well. You know, he can bat, he can bowl, he can field, and he's, from having chats with him and seeing how he's gone about his stuff and settled into this first team, seems like he's got a wonderful cricketing brain, which is worth its weight in gold in terms of playing at this level of cricket. So you can see and the amount of trust that's given upon young shoulders, he seems to wear it really well. So really good cricketer and a fine young man.
Yeah, just so much value for the Bears is Dan Mosley, and I mean, I think they'll they've got a team full of match winners. I mean, I say every time I run through that squad at the start of the game, the lineup and stuff, there's just so much talent there. I mean, think about the talent that's on the bench, including yourself. I mean, there's a lot there.
Yeah, there's lots of bases covered, and I talked about in commentary the fact that from the bowling point of view, definitely, you know, the amount of times that bowlers sort of don't use their 4 overs in an innings because they were sort of spoilt for choice, really. On any given night, you might think, no, they're going to bowl their 4 tonight, or they're going to bowl their 4 the night after. It's just because all bases are covered, whether it's spinning one way, spinning the other way, being fast, being slow. You know, there's lots of options for Davo to choose there. And then we bat really deep, you know. Said it on commentary there. Jacob Lintott is a good batter. And for him to be at the death there, you know, he's been cool, he's been calm and collected there. It might only be a simple, 2 not out. But it's very, very important in the grand scheme of the game that he was there to do that. And, you know, when you bat like that all the way down to 11, Hassan Ali hitting sixes and hitting boundaries, coming in at number 10, that's vital as well. So there's lots of bases covered there. It's not the ideal night for the Bears. It was a bit more dramatic than we all wanted, but they should take you know, a lot of confidence from that performance. And equally Worcester as well, you know. A lot of teams would have rolling over there, and sort of it might have been knocked off in 13 overs and been thrown in the towel, but for them to be fighting right up to the death there, and shows what great character and what a sort of great vibe they've got in their changing room, because that was a brilliant game of cricket, and they could have easily rolled off over a lot earlier.
Yeah, Worcester will take a lot from this game, I'm sure. Not 4 points, but they'll take a lot from this game. And, you know, for the Bears, those 4 points, absolutely crucial. Going into the break, going into some county championship cricket for some of the players as well, it'll give them a chance to just like sort of declutter their mind a little bit and just take a little mental break from it, because Blast can be quite relentless sometimes. Yeah,
and the intensity you see the games played here as well. Often people think, cricket's slow, it's boring, but you can see the amount of traffic that goes on when people are moving fields and getting the fields right for the deliveries you want to bowl, the running between the wickets. With this format, sometimes you don't have any leeway for a loose delivery, because if you get behind, you're over. You could be chasing it towards the back end, so you don't have that much leeway for loose deliveries or a little bit of sleeping when you don't try run those singles too hard, because we can see that was the difference here again today. Both teams run really hard between the wickets, but you can see when Sam Hain and George Garton was in there, they stole a few singles maybe they shouldn't have had. So that makes a big difference as well. Just going back to what Ollie was mentioning about like having bowlers, I think one of the crucial things are, when you're on the field there, you think, I want to bowl my 4, but if the relationship and the chemistry seems as the Bears have got is boys are happy to say, you know what, I'm happy if I don't bowl my 4 as long as the team benefits well from it. And you can see that happening a lot.
All right,
Mousy?
here we go. We got the Talbot's player of the match, Dan Mosley, back in the house. How are you, sir? It's been a year, but I get to see you again. Congratulations on that victory. Thank you so much for raising our heart rates and blood pressure and all sorts over here. That must have been a more tense finish than you were hoping for.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal, to be honest. Obviously, we take the 4 points, but it's way tighter than it should have been, to be honest. Thought Haney played really well. Just think with the bat, a couple of people have got to take more responsibility, myself included, and that game should have been won pretty convincingly because the wicket was a really good wicket, same as the other day. 130 didn't reflect actually how good the wicket was, but to get 4 points, we'd have took that at the start of the day.
But you guys bowled really well, of course, including yourself. Another 4-for. You must be very pleased with the way it's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out okay. It's 220 cricket at the start of the comp. I didn't feel like I could get a wicket, to be honest. And then tonight I just felt actually I had a bit of luck on my side, should we say. We had a couple of dismissals just hit straight at fielders and stuff, and a full toss miss. But actually, on the for me, I was pretty pleased how I bowled tonight.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a fast full toss. To be fair, it looked pretty good to me. Now, we Recorder brought this up as well. Like there was a few moments in the game where it felt like maybe the ball was sticking, or was there a little bit of variable bounce? Because there was particularly in your dismissal, Moeen's dismissal, we noticed that maybe the bounce was an element in that. Did you notice that at all? Or do you think it was just a good wicket and just some of the shot?
Yeah, no, it was a good wicket.
Yeah.
My dismissal. To be honest,
you can tell me. I won't tell Gary.
No,
I promise.
No. The wicket was good. I just mis-executed my shot. I tried to hit him for 6, to be honest. Didn't quite come off. But no, the wicket was a good wicket. Like I said, 130 didn't really do it justice, to be honest. It was probably a 180 wicket, if I'm being honest. And to bowl him out for 130 was really pleasing, and obviously to win was pleasing. But we know as a group we can be better than that. Going forward.
And Sam Hain got us over the line at the end there. A lot of composure, I feel like he showed towards the end. Just held it together. How important is he for the dressing room?
Yeah, he's really important. You know what you're going to get with Cheddar. That's Haney's bread and butter, that. And probably, obviously, a lot of the pressure was put on Haney there. And that's where, as a batting unit, someone else has got to go and do that alongside him to make that chase. You chase that into, let's say, 16 overs and there's less pressure. But unfortunately, we didn't do that, but we still got over the line, which is going to give us confidence going forward. These games, if you come out on the right side of, it will give you confidence down the line because you know you can win from weird positions.
Absolutely. We've heard exciting news, Dan. You've been thrown under the bus a little bit that in celebrating this brilliant victory, you might be on the tees at Nether Whittaker Cricket Club tomorrow. Is that true?
I'll be on the roller.
On the roller instead. So talk us through tomorrow morning what you're going to be doing.
I'll go for breakfast with my lovely girlfriend, Grace. That's what I promised her. So it turns out time I wake up. But no, we'll go for breakfast and then I'll be at Whittaker all day, our village club. All my best mates play, to be fair, and I'll be doing the groundsman's duty tomorrow. And making sure the wicket's as good as it can be.
Flat ones, good for the batters?
Well, like I said, I've got the easy job because on Saturdays I'd usually I'm always there. But the groundsmen are quite elderly gentlemen, but what they do is an amazing job at Whittaker. They do it for free, and that's all you can ask for in club cricket. So without them, the wickets they get wouldn't be very good, and they do a great job.
Right.
Well,
so
that's
you'll
awesome.
be sat rolling the wicket tomorrow morning. What a way to celebrate.
What a way to celebrate. Listen, I love it. There's not too many superstar sports people that would be doing that on a Saturday for their team, but I'm really pleased that you are a gentleman and a scholar, and today you are a victor. Well done, Dan Mosley, and well done to Bears for today's victory. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Remember to like this stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for joining us in both of our games in the double headers today. It's been a double win for the Bears. The Bears women winning a little bit earlier, the Bears men winning just now. Fantastic way to finish a Friday night here at EdgBLASTon. My thanks to our bumper team tonight. We've had Adam Bridge, Aaron Viles, Ollie Hannon-Dolby, Ricardo Gordon. My name is Artif Nawaz. That is Dan Mosley. Good night, everybody.